On today's show, we've got co-hosts Elizabeth and Daryl from Flippin' Good Tech. We've also
Whoa. Yo, man. Hey, no, we're just here to be announcers for ImprovEDcon. I get to be Jeff.
And I get to be Dave?
There you go. I don't even think we're the EduTech guys anymore. All I know is that we're the announcers for ImprovEDcon.
Sounds good.
Welcome to ImprovEDcon, where the ED may or may not stand for
Your hosts, Elizabeth and Daryl.
Yeah, we did. Well, here we are. So excited. Can't believe it.
I can't believe it is finally here, Daryl.
I believe it's not butter. It's finally here. ImprovEDcon 2021.
We are so excited for everyone who's here. Lots of great comments going on out there and the interwebs.
The interwebs. The interwebs is so large. So many people out there. Look at it. People commenting, telling us where they're from. Hey.
I love that. I didn't really get a chance to kind of scroll up and see like who's the furthest away from us because we're down here close to Houston, Texas. So if you're down here near Houston or you're a Texan like we are, we'd love to know it. And if you're not, we'd love to know that too. So
yeah, how far are we reaching?
Yeah, we'd love to know what our reach is, our wingspan.
I'm about. From what I hear, you're as tall as you are. Your wingspan is as tall as you. Yeah.
Yeah, we know you too. We know you too, Jake Miller. Oh, hi, Meredith Akers. All right. Some of our awesome featured guests in the audience with us today.
We paid them to type this, yeah.
Sure did. Thank you guys for being there, keeping that chat going. So let's tell them who we are, Joel. They're probably like, who are these people?
Oh, yeah.
Like, can we just kind of get going with this? Because
it is a Saturday morning, right?
It is a Saturday morning. And I'm Elizabeth King. You can follow me on Twitter at ElizabethKing88. I appreciate that. I'm trying to beat Daryl in the Twitter game. So with the followers, it's always a competition with me, Daryl.
It always is. And
always a competition.
I have like 500 more, but
yeah. And I used to teach English for a long time, worked in professional and digital learning, coordinating PD events and fun things for a few years. And now I work for an awesome ed tech company called Fried Technology as a project management lead specialist. And Daryl and I get to work together on this awesome passion project that we have called Flippin' Good Tech, which we started 2 years ago. So this is kind of like an anniversary event for us, right?
Yes, I can't believe it.
I can't either.
Time flies.
2 years, and we're bringing back some of our guests from our season 1 and season 2 of Flippin' Good Tech Connected Tech podcast. And you can check out our podcast over there. If you go to the Flippin' Good Tech website, you'll be able to see what we're all about.
Lots of goodies there. Lots of goodies. The resources to this 2.5 hour all improv ed tech, you can find them at our website, flippingoodtech.com. Should I introduce myself? Can I introduce myself?
I wish you would.
Okay, I am Daryl Legaspi. You can follow me at EdTech Legaspi on Twitter.
Legasp.
Yeah, Legasp. I make people gasp. EdTech related. Okay. I'm a media specialist for a high school. I help teachers innovate in their practice when it comes to their pedagogy, design thinking, all of the great stuff. Just excited to be here with all of you. Shout out to those folks out there who had to set an alarm this morning to wake up just for ImprovEDcon. I know I had to.
Daryl rolled out of bed at approximately 8:55. Don't let him fool you.
No, that's true. It's true.
I'm an early riser. Daryl's he's a night owl, sleeps in a little bit late, that kind of a thing. So we've got some people from New York and Arkansas.
Wow.
Oh, I love that we have someone from Arkansas because that kind of is a good segue to our next slide here.
And they, did you hear them? They're here. They're here in spirit or in person. You'll never know.
We have these awesome announcers today for our ImprovEDcon. They were guests on our show, and they're actually our podcast muses. We ran into them, met them for the first time in an airport in Chicago a couple of years ago before we even started the podcast. And we asked them if they would do some voiceovers for us for ImprovEDcon today, and they so graciously agreed. They think we're paying them, but we're not, Daryl.
We're not. they actually volunteered their time to do it. So we thank them.
We absolutely do thank them. We appreciate them. You'll hear them throughout the podcast, or not the podcast, the ImprovEDcon. Just kind of announcing different things. We love them. So give them some love on Twitter and anything you see. Like, we want you guys tweeting today too. So awesome.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get started with what you can expect to see, because we don't really know what to expect, do we, Daryl?
No, it's all improv.
It's very improv. It's a very different type of event. It's not your mama's PD event, right? This is different. So we've brought some special guests, we've said, back to kind of do some improv challenges with us that are going to demonstrate some really cool ed tech tools that they use and that we use, that we find super helpful in any type of learning environment. And our agenda for today is what you see here on the screen. We're from 9 to 9:50 is segment 1. We're going to introduce our first guest, Meredith and Jake, in just a moment. Then we'll have a little commercial break for 5 minutes where we kind of, transition from segment to segment. And that's when we'll talk about our Twitter challenges and your chance to win some flippin' swag. And then we'll have segment 2 from 9:55 to 10:35 with Amy and Kyle, another Twitter challenge at 10:35. Then from 10:40 to bringing it home, we'll be with John and Steve in that third segment of the day. So it's going to be lots of fun. You're going to hopefully leave entertained. And guys, y'all, if we mess up,
entertained,
forgive us. Laugh at us, because we're going to be laughing at ourselves the whole time.
Absolutely.
We're going to be laughing all along too. So, Daryl, you want to tell them about our Twitter challenges?
Yeah, Twitter challenges. What? You have the opportunity during the break to participate in some Twitter challenges, because we'd love to have everybody involved, all the audience out there, all 2,034 people watching right now. Tweet. So we have 2 different Twitter challenges during the commercial break, but we just love for you just to tweet and use our hashtag ImprovEDcon in your tweet. We're going to find some lucky individuals who tweet out during the Twitter challenges, and they're going to win our t-shirt, the exact t-shirts we're wearing right now. We're not going to wash them, and we're just going to send them to you.
We're going to autograph them with those really cool white Sharpies.
Yeah.
I might wash mine.
Oh,
Daryl, you could just be stinky and send your stinky shirt, but I might wash
I contrary to what you say, I had about like 5 minutes to take a shower this morning. Even though
because you woke up at 8:55.
I did. So here I am. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. So we're getting close to the time where we're going to introduce our first guest. But let me just kind of throw this out there too. You're going to see some fun stuff happening. You're going to see some cool things shared by our guests. And we would love you guys to. Jake says he doesn't want a Daryl B.O. shirt. I'll send you mine, Jake. So we want you guys to show our guests some love. If you know how to use emojis, that would be fantabulous. There are actually some shortcuts that you can use on your computer if you're on your computers to actually get a emoji keyboard pop up. So we've got that scrolling along the bottom if you're on a computer and you're not quite sure how to get emojis. So you can check that out. But with that said,
look at that. They learned something already.
How about that?
9 minutes.
Well, there you go. Well, yeah, we're excited too, Sherry, to learn from them too. They're always a treat. We want to be them when we grow up. That's like our goal. That's why we bribe them to come on here and spend time with us. Not really. They're awesome. They're our friends. We're super excited.
Yes, everyone's in for a treat. And luckily, this is on YouTube. So Law of 2 Feet. If you need to go to the kitchen, grab some popcorn, grab a drink, grab your coffee, go to the bathroom. No worries. Your videos aren't on. We won't know. No, for the next 2.5 hours.
And if you guys are wearing your pajamas, we want to know that too. Because I was tempted. I was real tempted this morning.
All right.
We're ready to get going with our first guests.
We are.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Here we go.
In this corner, hailing from Cypress, Texas, we have elementary principal and blogger extraordinaire, Meredith Akers. And in the other corner, all the way from Kent, Ohio, duct tape lover, GIF creator, and yes, it's pronounced GIF, ed tech aficionado, Jake Miller. All ready to rumble.
All right, everyone. Come on. Hype us up on the chat. Woo, 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 woo.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, Meredith and Jake.
I got my coffee. I'm all ready. My improv coffee.
Ooh,
I've
special
got my
coffee.
Improv cocoa. I'm all
It's
ready.
a special improv blend for my favorite local brewery. I mean, not brewery. I mean coffee place.
It's a little
Awesome.
early, Jake.
It's okay.
No,
We lost you, Elizabeth. We lost her for a minute there.
you're right.
All righty. Okay. So, hey, you guys excited? You're the first pair, Meredith Akers and Jake Miller, setting the bar high, we hope. None of this was scripted at all. You're seeing all of this for the first time. You've been watching all these episodes of Whose Line Is It Anyways, right? To practice.
Yes, Daryl. I am very excited to be here. It is my pleasure. I have been following you guys on Twitter for a long time and really love your show.
Is he reading from a script? Are you guys hearing me okay, Daryl?
Yeah, you're good now. So glad to have you back.
Every once in a while, I'll elbow like my mute button on my headset, and there I go. And sometimes, people might think that Daryl's got a button that he pushes
Yeah,
when he just
that's my imaginary finger.
Like, man, that's enough of Elizabeth.
Right. Okay. So he'll have some sound effects for me, I'm sure. So Jake and Meredith, we're so excited for you guys to be our first guest. Do you want to go ahead and tell everybody who you are a little bit before we get started with our first improv challenge of the morning?
Sounds good. Meredith, you go ahead.
Thank you. I am Meredith Akers. I am principal at Rennell Elementary, which is in Cypress Fairbanks ISD in Cypress, Texas, just outside of Houston. And I also blog at meredithakers.com. Usually it is ed tech related in my blog, sometimes leadership things, but mostly ed tech related. And I love education technology, love getting to serve students and teachers through blogging and presenting just like this.
Wow.
And I am Jake Miller. I am an 8th grade science teacher here in Northeast Ohio, and I am also the host of the Educational Duct Tape and Educational Duct Tape podcast, I should say. It is a podcast. I just left that looming. It was a cliffhanger. What is it? Is it a late night TV show? Nobody knows. The Educational Duct Tape podcast, and just an all-around ed tech enthusiast and geek. And I just love sharing about ed tech online and following these wonderful people to learn more about ed tech online as well.
We just learned from you guys. We're like groupies or something. But did you say anything about GIF, Jake? I was listening for that word.
I was complaining in the chat and YouTube that our announcer friend said it with a soft G instead of a hard G. Everybody knows it's pronounced GIF, but I guess
Correct.
when you host the show and you create, so when you're the show's voice and when you're the people who are running the show, you get to pick how it's pronounced, and I'm just a lowly guest who has to pronounce it wrong by your rules, right?
We would like to hear from the audience. I would love the audience to weigh in on the GIF argument. Hard G, soft G. Let us know your thoughts in the
I'm
audience.
with Jake. It's GIF like gift.
Yeah, I'm not
GIF
with
like
you
Jake.
on that. And in the EduTech guys' defense, we did not tell them how to pronounce it. They just correctly their own. So there.
All righty. So, should we get to our improv game? Here we go.
Should.
It's flipping improv, man.
Whoa, improv time. So every segment we'll have 2 different improv games, and then we'll have 2 different 5-minute improvs where our lovely guests will showcase whatever they want to showcase and the ed tech pedagogy, whatever, for 5 minutes. So this is our very first improv game, and we're gonna
It's time.
my music is not it.
It's time to poll the audience.
Yes.
Success.
Woo-hoo. Success works. All right, ladies and gentlemen out there, we want you involved in this process because you're going to set the scene for us. All right, so should we go on the next slide? Will that tell us how to do this? Audience poll, Slido.com. You're going to go to Slido.com and then type in the hashtag ImprovEDcon. Or you can scan the QR code All right, Elizabeth, and go to the next slide. All right, here it is. So you're going to choose a scenario for our next improv game. Okay, for this improv game, we have 3 different scenarios. My Queen Gambit watchers out there just finished watching about 2 weeks ago. Chess club tournament, state football championship, or book club. So with your cell phone, your smartphone, scan that QR code and vote. Or you can open up a brand new tab, go to slido.com and put hashtag ImprovEDcon and vote. It looks like Chess Club Tournament is winning. We've got, I think, 1 person who voted so far. Oh, okay. Now it's,
Because watch the Queen's Gambit.
what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Ooh. I think I sold that Chess Club Tournament.
I think you did.
Righty. Here we go.
Ooh.
See, there are 48 people watching right now, so I'm gonna wait till it gets up to like 30 something. Book club. Oh, book club takes the lead.
Oh.
Book club too.
Alrighty. Oh, let's see. I think you're cutting off a little bit. Okay. I can't do this without you. Okay, I'll close it out in about 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Can you hear me now, Daryl?
Perfect.
All right.
4, 3, 2, 1. Aha! Book club is it. We're gonna be at the book club.
I mean, you guys love llamas. I'm seeing the llamas go across. Maybe this is the book club on the llama farm.
Oh gosh, wait, you gotta throw something in there, didn't you?
Ooh, I like it.
We didn't have a location, so that was a really good improv moment
llama
there,
book
Meredith
club.
Akers.
We got a llama farm book club happening.
Llama book. Okay, so let's go ahead and explain the rules. So we're at the llama farm book club at the llama farm. Okay, so our first game is called Family Portrait, and just note all the games that we're playing here you can play in your classroom. So we're using an EdTech tool to showcase this improv game. So this game is called Family Portrait. So let's go over the rules. All right, Family Portrait. So all of us will be playing this game, Elizabeth, Jake, Meredith, and myself. We are going to be working together to create a Bitmoji scene because we know the Bitmoji classrooms were huge this year. So we're going to make one together using Google Slides. That's a tool of choice today. You already voted on the scenario, and we said book club at the llama farm. Okay. One of the 4 participants here will assume the role of person in charge. And since you took charge and gave us a location, and you are a principal, Meredith, you are in charge, ma'am. Do you accept? Good.
I accept.
You had no choice in the matter. Okay. So you are in charge. And also, we're going to have you share your screen. Okay, we're going to see all the magic you can do with Google Slides. So here are the things that we need to have in this scene. Bitmojis of all of us in the slideshow, a background image that's applicable to the topic. Hopefully our Bitmojis also interact with one another. And we'll also attach links to relevant information about the topic because, Bitmojis classrooms, they can be like hyper slides or hyperdocs, and we can include links. So how do you all feel? You good?
Feeling good.
Ready to rock.
Ready to rock? Are you ready to roll?
Yeah, it's true. I am.
Jake sounds really enthused. Jake needs about 3 more cups of coffee.
Right.
3 more cups of coffee. Okay, so we're gonna pop Meredith's screen up there. Papa. Ooh, lovely. You
Got a nice blank canvas.
blank canvas. I should open up the slideshow too, shouldn't I? There it is. I forgot. I'm participating in this as well.
I almost forgot to. Don't feel bad, Daryl.
Meredith, look at your organized tabs. I love how you're using the tab group feature there.
Oh, I am. Thank you. Yes.
No, okay. I see. I learned something here. Wow. Okay.
All right. Can we get started? Can I start delegating jobs?
Please do delegate away.
The principal is so eager to give us responsibilities right now. She can't wait.
I can't wait. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's start. So we all are supposed to put in our Bitmoji. So everybody start by finding a Bitmoji once they tell us go. Daryl, will you find us a background? I'm guessing we need to find a llama farm background since that's our setting for our book club.
Absolutely.
Elizabeth, will you find some links since we're needing to link things in? And Jake, how about some props, some things that we can do either on the farm or with our book club?
Okay.
Does that sound okay, everybody?
Here we
Sounds
go.
okay.
Sounds like
Okay. Do we have a timer?
All right, so I'm gonna use Unsplash Photos for a background for this llama farm.
We
Sweet.
do have
I've
a
got
timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Oh, yikes.
Gosh, we might have to extend that a bit. A late start. Oh, excuse me.
Let's go. We can do this. I'm
Go.
reading on the farm.
Do it.
Look at you sitting on your little toadstool there. I'm going to be
So I
down here in
use
the corner.
Bitmoji extension. So those of you out there, if you don't know, there's a Bitmoji extension. You can actually add that to your Chrome browser so that you can pull things right into your slides presentations. I even use it and copy and paste it into my email.
I'm gonna bring
So
that.
that's really fun and easy. Oh, I'm loving this. Now I need to move things around so that we're actually on the llama farm here.
That is a llama, not an alpaca, right? I don't know. I can't tell the difference.
I mean, Daryl, you and Elizabeth are the llama experts, so I'll defer.
I would have to be there in person and actually touch its fur to know.
So I wanted to stick with Creative Commons licenses books in case we have anybody in here who's going to call us out on it because we're supposed to be really responsible with that stuff. But then I had to add this next one. So that one's a Pixabay image there. So that one's legal. I could put that one in without any fear of repercussions. But this next one, I'm willing to take the risk on this one, in the interest of comedy. So we'll do whatever we have to do here.
Oh man, Jake's book choices. Oh man.
Okay.
This llama's got a book ready to go.
I know exactly what link I'm going to put for that one, Jake.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to be turning 50 Shades of Red in a moment.
The verdict.
Hey, something I like to find. I'm gonna. You guys keep adding. I'm just gonna show everybody else. I love this website. It's called the Bitmoji Museum. You can search for it, and it actually has all these secret Bitmojis. And it tells you how to search for them, that they don't pop up like on your phone automatically. And so one of the ones I really love to search for is poses. If you just search for the word pose, and when I hover over at the Bitmoji Museum, it shows me pose. And then I also love the ones that are circles because they don't say anything. They just have emotions and like you popping out of a circle. So I'm going to go back to our family portrait and see if I can find one where I'm like petting a llama or smiling at the llama while they keep adding.
All right. I'm having too much fun here. How much time
I
do we
love
have?
that. We are doing good. We have
left?
just a little less than a minute left.
Okay. So I'm assuming you're going to link the 50 Shades of Grey book out to Amazon.
Well, I started to, but I think I'm going to do some reviews. I feel like it would be more responsible of me to put some Goodreads reviews for 50 Shades of Grey before I just like recommend it to all the people in the audience. We don't know. There could be some under 18 watchers out there. I don't know. Never know. I love the captions. I love the captions, Jake. That's awesome.
I'm going to throw in some GIFs in there.
Let's see.
The book club.
What
I'm
else?
trying to show my love for the llamas.
We need some snacks here at our little book club here.
Great idea.
Llamas need snacks.
If any of our audience has used the Bitmoji scenes or Bitmoji classrooms this year, we'd love to hear about it. So if you could drop that in the chat, some of the ways you've used it in your class and how it's been for your students and for people on your campus or ever how you're using it. Love to know.
Ooh, cookies.
Okay, the timer just went off, but I'm going to give us an extra 10 seconds just for kicks, okay?
Just to place my cookie.
That's right. Because we need snacks.
I wanted to get some punch in there, but I ran out of time for punch.
Everybody needs punch in their life.
Meredith, I'm a little bit frustrated. You're sitting on top of the bookshelf. That's not very principally of you.
Oh man, I do need to fix that. I'm sorry. I was trying to put myself like on this little mountain hill thing over here.
Yeah, the books are so old, they're starting to grow fungus.
All right, guys, finish up with your last little ads, okay? Because the timer's like, it's cuckooing at me. I didn't set a cuckoo clock for my timer sound, but it is definitely cuckooing right here. So I'm putting the tips right over Daryl's face.
Don says he's paging his copyright lawyer now. You got to burn the recording.
Oh, man. I love it. Poor little llama.
Yeah, those are the
I saw
books.
that Mary said it looked like the llama was eating the book, so I moved the book, Mary. Trying to keep us. No eating of the books, guys.
I love it. Okay, guys, we're feeling good about this?
I'm feeling good about it.
All right, awesome. Okay, so Meredith, you want to should we talk about it for a second or?
Sure.
Okay.
So let's see. Elizabeth, point out to us where you linked things.
Okay, so I managed to get I think I got 3 links on the page because I wanted to be purposeful about my link placement.
Okay, so
So
we got tips.
I linked to my Bitmoji here. It's a blog called Silent Book Club. And I thought that might be kind of cool to go and look and see what the Silent Book Club's all about. Because,
Yes.
Daryl's always trying to silence me with a mute button.
Where's the mute?
And,
Daryl.
and then I linked the 50 Shades of Grey book, of course, because, who wouldn't? And with some reviews from Goodreads, because we like Goodreads.
Mm-hmm.
And then I linked some tips on creating a book club in case any of you guys are in the market for setting up your own book clubs.
Fantastic job. And Daryl, tell us again, where did you find this background that we used for our scene?
Thank you for asking. I used an add-on called Unsplash Photos. High quality photographs that you can use for free 93. No copyright lawyers needed for that. And yeah, great add-on. It's also a website too that you can just pull from the interwebs. Unsplash.
Yeah, I knew about the website. I didn't know about the add-on. Thanks for sharing that.
Hey, you're welcome. Anytime.
And then Jake, we see all of your awesome photos, but tell us one more time, where did you find those props to pull in?
So I was Google searching the whole time and Google image searching, but when I Google image search, I switched the color to be transparent. So underneath I think you hit settings to get there. Let me look at my screen here.
Tools, I think. Tools,
you hit tools, and then there's a color option, and one of them is transparent. And that makes sure that you get things that don't have the white box around them. Yeah. It's not always perfect. Sometimes you still get that white box anyhow, but it gives you a better chance. Like that 50 Shades of Grey, there's no white box around it. And there's also an option in there to change the licensing of the photo. So with my bookshelf and things like that, I went with Creative Commons licenses. Of course, that 50 Shades of Grey is not. But it's a good practice to show your kiddos in school those 2 features when they're doing these things so that they could be responsible with the pictures they're using and also make sure they work well in these scenes.
I hear lots of applause coming from the audience right now, especially from the librarians and English teachers. Thank you, Jake, for stressing Creative Commons and citing things and using things that are, giving credit where credit is due. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that was great. How was that for our first improv game?
So
I
fun.
was scared, and then it was fun. I didn't need to be scared.
Yay. Hey, Meredith, will you put it in present mode just really fast so we can see the full view of what it looks like?
Absolutely.
Because when it's in present mode like that, then all the links, the 3 links that I was able to add are clickable. So you could actually click on those and go to those. And if we had time, we would have linked all the things on that Bitmoji.
Right.
Yeah, it adds another dimension to it. It's not just a picture with links.
I feel like John is getting an extra hour as part of ImprovEDcon because not only is he in another hour later, but he gets to spend this time putting comments above my face down here.
I noticed that too. I'm trying to hide them as much as I can.
I hope that the audience is noticing that Jake keeps ducking to the side so he can make. Jake, you're really working your small space that you do have on screen.
You're more professional, Jake.
Holly.
Okay, so our next activity is actually to go out to find a llama farm and conduct a book club on this llama farm.
Awesome.
That'll be the next event we host from Flipping the Tech.
Part 2.
That's right. Okay.
Llamas, read your books.
Gosh.
Okay, so we are going to our very first, and you saw how amazing Meredith and Jake are just by through this presentation. Well, they each get a 5-Minprov where they're going to showcase their favorite things. Let me get my sound effects going here. Here we go.
And now it's time for 5-Minprov.
5-Minprov with Meredith Akers. The floor is yours, my friend. The floor is yours.
Well, fantastic. Daryl and Elizabeth asked all of the guests that are on today, share with us something that you think is really innovative when you think of teaching online, or maybe teaching both. This situation that we're all in this year of educating some of our students or all of our students online. And I thought about many different tools, and I just kept coming back to Google Slides. And so I came up with Master the Slide Master. You can have these slides because I'm gonna share some things that you might wanna click on that link, but of course from YouTube, you can't click on that link. So you can get what I share today at bit.ly/SLMaster, and that's for Slides Master. The S and L are capital, and Master is gonna be lowercase. I know I'm not in presentation mode, and that's because I'm going to demo some things in a second. I already introduced myself, but you might already be thinking, they told you to come up with something innovative and you came up with Google Slides. We've all heard of that. Why are you saying master the slide master? Well, with all that's changing in our world for us as educators, there's a lot that's changed, like how we taught last year versus how we teach this year. Why not use a tool that you already know, that your students already know, but use it even better? So that's why I decided to go with Google Slides and the Slide Master, because using the Slides Master actually makes it easier for students to be successful, because when you're in the Slide Master, anything you add in Master View will actually be immovable. It's almost like you're editing the background so that your kids can't accidentally click and drag something when they were just supposed to add a text box over it. So it's making it immovable in the background of your slide when you use the Slide Master. So how do you get to Slide Master? Here's what you do. You go to View Master, right up here, View and then Master, or you can go to Slide and then Edit Master. Either way takes you to the same place. So both of the things get you the same place. And then from there, you can edit fonts, spacing, more on each layout of the thumbnail. So I'd love to show you that. If I go right now, well, first of all, let me just say this. Everything on this slide that I'm on is on top of the slide. Like you can see I'm editing in the normal slides view. So if I clicked on V and moved it, it moves, right? However, I can try to click all day long on this yellow box that I have on the outside, but I put that in the Slide Master. That's a part of my master. Even this bottom part where it says my bit.ly link and this is how you can contact me, all of that is in the Slide Master. So if you had a student that accidentally clicked down here, look, they can't mess it up. Now I put this on top, so my students could mess this up. But you see how it's helpful and beneficial to have things in the slide background. So let me show you a little bit more. Again, it's View Master or Slide Master. And once the master opens up, you know you're in master view because there's a dark background. See how it's kind of like that super dark gray in the background. And you see two sets of thumbnails. So here's all my slides right here. And then here's the type for each slide. You know, when you add a slide over here, it lets you, do you want to add a title slide or do you want to add this type of slide? Here's all those types of slides. So I'm on title plus 2 columns. I could change this up. Watch this. If I grab it, now I can edit this yellow thing. I moved this over. If you squint your eyes and look carefully over here on all my slides, and even if I get out of my Slide Master, look what I just did. It moved on all of my slides. So I edited it in the master and I can't change it in the regular slide. So if I go back to View Master, don't worry, I can undo that and make my master beautiful again. But another cool thing that I can do is I can make a blank one. And you could make things for your students where you add a cool background or just have things like the directions in the background so students can't mess that up. So an example might be, hey, here's the directions. Then on the next section, I could say, this is where I want them to put their answer. Or even I could tell students, put image here. Maybe it's an assignment where I want them to find an image that goes with it. And I'm just giving them a placeholder. So it's going to be small, put an image here, and then I want them to type their answer here. I'm not going to type anything. I'm just going to leave that blank. Now, it's going to drive me nuts that this is ugly, and I see that I don't have enough time to make it pretty, but I have to move on. When I click out of this, this is called Simple Light Blank. I'm going to click out of this, and then I'm going to add a new slide. Up here, instead of just pushing plus, I'm going to do my down arrow, and I'm going to find that new slide I made. Now, when it pops up, look, my students can't mess with any of this. But before I send it to them, remember I put all the directions here. I told them as a placeholder, put the image here. I'm just going to grab a text box for my students and go ahead and put a text box over on top, because now we're on top. They'll be able to edit this. Type your answer here. Now my students can type their answer here, but they can't mess up my directions and change them. They can't mess up, put the image here. So here's really fast, because I only have a minute left.
Yeah, I made that.
What I wanted to show you about that. This is an example of one that I made. On the first slide, I put directions for my students. You see, I put like a pretty rainbow background because that's who I am. But I'm trying to click on everything and nothing can move. In this example, I actually had all of this that you see on the screen in the Slide Master. I have number 1, number 2, number 3. Students are supposed to rank. You could use any topic you wanted, but they are supposed to rank maybe 3 events in history or 3 characters in a book. Which character do you think, your opinion, is most important to the plot? And then the characters' names are here on the outside of the slide. I just drew them on the outside of the slide over here in the regular slide that students could drag and drop them over. And then on top of the slide, they're going to write why. Why did you choose Jolie as the #1 most important character? If you want a copy of this template, you can grab it right there. A couple other fun examples. I have a mystery matchup. All of this is in the slide background, and then students just drag their answer. So you give them clues, they drag their answer on top. In this one, you can see the title, the prompts, the background. Those are all in the slide master, and then these are on the regular slide for students to drag and drop. I actually have 5 other examples of hybrid activities. You'll notice those were 8.5 by 11, just regular sheets of paper. At my school, we're teaching kids face-to-face and online at the same time. So with those activities, you could send it via Schoology or Google Classroom and print it so that students can use it either way. So I think we can all agree with Gollum here. Master is my friend. The slide master is my friend. I want to challenge you to create your own. You need some elements to get you started. I made a bunch of slide backgrounds that I am telling you can use for free. And I have a bunch of those little, where it says rainbow doodle, there's like a border, a frame. I made a bunch. Feel free to use them. They're on me to get you started so that you can make it beautiful. And then bonus, I have a bunch of additional resources at these links. So if you head over to bit.ly/slmaster, everything I just mentioned is linked. Plus I have a whole blog post on mastering the slide master. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope that as you're creating things for your students.
Awesome.
Woohoo! Was that quick or what? You did the whole entire presentation.
Show Meredith some love in the chat. That was awesome,
Yeah.
Meredith. Lots of props for slide master. What did you say? Viewmaster. People were making jokes about that because of the old Viewmaster from back in the day. That's awesome.
Bring those back.
Love that. So one thing we want to tell you guys is on our website, after this event is over, you're going to have access to this presentation on the ImprovEDcon page. And you will have, there's links to all the resources they're sharing. So when you get to Meredith's 5 Improv slide, if you click on the little logo, you're going to be able to click straight to her resource that she shared today. Awesome. Great job. Okay, I think we're ready now. We're kind of running behind, so we're gonna have to speed through this next one, but I feel like this next one should be kind of quick, right? Okay, so we're ready for our next improv challenge.
All righty.
Super excited about this one, and this one's called Word Sneak. If any of you guys have ever watched Jimmy Fallon, you may have seen this particular game played on his show with lots and lots of movie stars, and we have linked a video of him playing with Bryan Cranston on this actual rules page that you'll have access to on the website. But the way that this game works is Meredith and Jake are going to take on the role of a teacher and a student, having a teacher-student conference. Now, we need a topic for a teacher-student conference, so we need you in the audience to start throwing out some possible reasons why you might be talking to a student, okay? So throw out some tips because we need your topics to be able to give them a context for their conversation. Then we're going to start, when we start this, Jake, we're going to ask you to start this one off, okay? Because Meredith started the other one. So you'll start the conference off just chit-chatting, and then we're going to start throwing up some random words on slides on the screen, and you're going to have to work those very random words into your conversation about this very serious topic of teacher-student conference. Okay, Meredith and Jake, do you guys understand the rules?
Yeah, now we're going to see the words on the screen that you're sharing right now, right? Is that right?
I guess you are. You'll see the words on
Mary.
the screen.
Yes, this is the one right here.
Is that the one you want to do? All right. With that said, we've got 3 minutes on the timer, and if you guys are ready, just tell me because we can just move this right along.
Let's go.
Right, Jake, you're gonna start just talking to Meredith like she's a student, and then I'll start putting those words up there. Okay.
I do love that Sherry in the chat. This clearly comes from real experience. She says, "Miss, I haven't done any of my work this grading cycle. Could I still pass?" I think my inner rage might come out if that's the topic. We're gonna stick
Do
with
it.
We're gonna stick with the
we
farting.
combine two of them in one?
We're seeing you farting in class, or are you farting in class, Jake?
No, the teacher doesn't
That's
fart in
you.
class.
That's
The
you,
teacher
Meredith.
walks in the hallway like, I've got to go make some copies really quick.
I love it.
The student has nowhere to go. You're just stuck there, and it was you, Meredith.
All right, Jake, you're the
Meredith's
teacher
staff is
now.
gonna be so mad at her. I'm not acting very teacherly, am I?
Yeah. Well, you just start talking to her about her issue with her. What's it called? Flatulence?
Flatulence.
Oh my Lord.
Meredith, can I speak to you after class?
Yes, sir, Mr. Miller.
Okay. Bye, students. Bye, everybody. Meredith, the reason I wanted to call you in, I think you might already know, is about something called flatulence. Do you know what flatulence is?
No, sir, I don't know that word.
You might more commonly refer to it as farting. To be honest with you, Meredith, when we're in class, it sounds like you're like spinning around the hula hoop back there. There's so many noises coming from you back there.
Well, sometimes if I get my fanny pack on a little too tight, it just, I don't know what to do. Things just happen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Miller.
Yeah, it is a pretty gnarly fanny pack, but I would recommend that you just loosen it up. Do you need help loosening it? There's like this thing, and what you got to do is you take the strap and you push it in one side and you pull it back out the other side. And sometimes it's got like this double loop where you got to kind of push it down through one and then back up through the other and then down through the other. And it looks gnarly, but we can loosen it up if you want.
Stop. Hammer time. I just can't. Please don't tell me how to do my fanny pack anymore. You're making me uncomfortable, Mr. Miller.
Okay, are you saying I can't touch this fanny pack?
I can't touch this.
Is it because of my mullet that you don't want me to adjust your fanny pack? Do you feel like a guy with a mullet can't handle getting a fanny pack appropriately adjusted to limit your flatulence in class?
I mean, Mr. Miller, I actually think you have a pretty gnarly mullet. I wish you would pull it back in a scrunchie in the back, and I have one on my wrist that you could borrow.
Right? Yes. Yeah, I will try that out. I feel like it's more flowy. I feel like I want to go out to the club, do some dancing, get myself right underneath that disco ball and just spin with my mullet and its scrunchie. I think it would be magnificent.
I hope one of my dad's favorite songs, because I'm so young, I hope they say, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna, that would be good.
Or hurt you. I can remember, did you plan these words out? I can remember back in the day with my mullet, my girlfriend was with me. She had a scrunchie. I didn't have a scrunchie. We would play on the boombox, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. And we just loved that song. And we just got so excited listening to that song.
Well, I will say I'm really sorry about what was the word you taught me? Flatulence. And
Yes,
I'll try to take a chill pill and do my best to loosen my fanny pack.
Yeah, and if you find that doesn't work, if the fanny pack thing doesn't work and the chill pill doesn't work, you might also want to try Gas X.
Oh man,
Nailed it!
Everybody, wow, that's not easy. That is not easy.
Wow, that was amazing.
My
You get
palms
lots
are
of
sweaty now,
love.
guys. That was something else.
Oh my gosh, lots of love.
Great job.
That was so good. Audience, who do you think won that one? I feel like it was pretty evenly matched, but you guys can throw out some love to either Meredith or Jake or both of them. It's a great vocab activity, Sherry. You're absolutely right. Awesome. Okay, good deal. So for the sake of time, we're going to move on to our next 5-Min Improv.
Hold on, I got music for that.
Oh,
Well,
good.
And I've got to lead it from Dakota here.
I know.
5-Min Improv. Looks, you got an avocado on your screen there. So tell us about this avocado.
Not an avocado. That's a pear. That's Perry the Pear from Pear Deck. So for my 5-minute improv, my 5-min improv, what we're going to look at is one of my favorite activities to do with my 8th grade science class. And you guys know 8th graders, by the way, while I'm saying this, join this Pear Deck at that code. It's joinpd.com. Fragrant X-rays warmly inspect exothermic yards. But anyhow, I teach 8th graders, and even my 8th graders love this activity in Pear Deck. And you guys know 8th graders are the kings of saying, this is so lame. But even they think that this activity is fun. And by the way, the teachers that I work with, we're constantly trying to find a time when we set up a Pear Deck code and there's a bad combination of letters in there, like we're looking for a WTF to happen someday in our codes in Pear Deck, and we're going to screenshot it and tell everybody about it. It's going to be amazing. One time we did have a WTH, so we were pretty excited about that. We had a what the heck in there. So what we're going to do in this Pear Deck here, and by the way, I love the way they spell out the codes down there, but what we're going to do in this Pear Deck here is my son just walked up with a Post-it note for me. Darryl, you got to get that off my head so I can show everybody the Post-it note. I think they're watching YouTube upstairs.
Awesome. Oh, wait, they're watching us or they're watching something else?
I sent them the link, so they're watching. So every now and then when I'm doing something, I get notes passed down to me. But anyhow, this is an activity that I often start off class with, and I'm going to go ahead and I can take this off my screen here so you can see it up here at the top. So this is an activity I often start class off with while I'm taking attendance, while I'm checking in to see who's there, while I'm getting the lesson ready, while I'm on another screen admitting kids into the Zoom call, while I'm maybe talking to the handful of kids that I have in person in the room, while I'm messaging a kid who was absent yesterday, while I'm talking to a kid who didn't do his work the day before. While I'm doing all that stuff, I have this stuff up on the screen. And it's a great way to keep those kids kind of busy and engaged, but it just starts off our class on such like a joyful first note. We have so much fun with this, and it's a complete the squiggle or complete the drawing activity. So what you do is, on Google Slides, you only have to do two things in the Google slide, and that's add the text that says complete the drawing or complete the squiggle. And then underneath it, you use underneath the line tool is an option that is a scribble tool. And so I use the scribble tool, and I just literally just use my mouse to draw a scribble. I normally make it a little bit bolder. This is probably on 3 times instead of 1 time, so it looks a little bit bolder. And then the kids are supposed to take it and turn it into something of their own creation, whatever they see. And sometimes I only give them 2 minutes to do this. Sometimes if I've got a lot of stuff to get ready and a lot of kids to talk to in the private chat or something like that, I might take 5 minutes of them doing this. But then the highlight of this is after I've done that, I normally give them a countdown. You'll see in Pear Deck here, I could do lock screens in 30 seconds. And the kids will see that lock screen message, and I'll tell them, I'm going to show these here in 30 seconds. So get whatever finishing touches you want to put up there by then. And the kids see that timer on their end too. And then when it's done, I actually share the drawings. Now, the best part is in this situation, the kids see each other's drawings anonymously, and sometimes I'll have them try to guess who drew it in the chat, and at the end I always have them pick their favorite. But the best part is just going through this and just having some fun and laughing together during that first 10 minutes of class, especially during this school year. It's been tough for me, it's been tough for my students, and so it's a nice way for us to have some fun together. And so then when I share the screens, we generally have a blast doing this, and the kids might say, that one's mine, or they might say, I bet that's so-and-so's. And it's funny how you see the rapport between students and between teacher and student build, where like we'll see somebody who drew the TARDIS from Doctor Who, and we're like, we know who drew that one. Or we see somebody who drew a dragon, because they always draw a dragon, and we're like, I know who that was. Or somebody draws a basketball player, we're like, oh, I bet that's so-and-so. And we're building this relationship where we know who's going to draw what, right? So now you see on your screen that your screens are shared, those of you that have it there. So I've got the red lock down here. On my screen, if I'm in the paid version of Pear Deck, I could see who drew what. Okay. And I could also see, I asked the kids to give a smiley face, frowny face, or straight line face to tell us how they're doing. Okay. I'm in the free version right now of Pear Deck, so I can't see that stuff. So in the paid version, I can screen who did what drawing, just in case anything happens to be inappropriate, and I could see them before I share them live. Here I'm in the free version, so I cannot do that. Okay, so I'm going to click show responses, and then I could just scroll down through them, and we just have a good time going, oh, look, and I'll say like, oh, this looks like, is that a unicorn? I think it's a unicorn walking in a forest. And then down here, we've got a goat who has a Jay Leno chin. And then we'll scroll down and go like, oh, this looks my dog. Oh, no, this person says it's the scariest goat ever. And a lot of the times the people in the chat are saying, that one was me, right? The kids are saying it was me, or they're saying, I bet that was so-and-so. And here we've got, oh, my goodness.
That's great looking.
The chupacabra. I think this was in my nightmare last night. We've got some toothpaste. I think, maybe. Is that toothpaste? Is that toothbrush with toothpaste on it?
It's like a chainsaw toothpaste.
Oh, maybe it's a chainsaw. Maybe I'm looking at it upside down. Here we've got maybe a birthday cake, maybe? Here we've got a happy little guy. He reminds me of one of the Backyardigans. I don't know their names, but he reminds me of one of the Backyardigans. This person,
that looks like a state.
Super creative person here. No offense. You got in late. It's okay. Here we've got a long-legged dog. Here we've got a kitty cat. Here we've got a smiling person saying happy day. You guys are better rule followers than my students, by the way. Sometimes they just scribble over my scribble with like black and like black it out and then just draw whatever they want, which is, who cares? We're having fun, you know? Here we got a person who didn't draw anything, probably didn't have time. And then we got a couple other people who joined and didn't have time. Here we got a cow. And you can see we got a bunch of them in here. And my class has a blast going through doing these. And I want to show you really quickly kind of how this process works. So in Pear Deck, you build this in Google Slides. If it's going to let me show you this here. I was already connected. Sad pair here. Uh-oh. So in Pear Deck, you have the Pear Deck extension over on the right side. And if you're in the paid version, one of the slide types is the drawable slide. Okay. If you're not in the paid version, you could sneak a drawable slide in there because drawables are technically part of the, oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can get back to that slide there. No, it doesn't like that slide for some reason. So technically in the free version, if you go into the template library in Pear Deck and you go into any of these sections, so for example, in this screenshot, I went into during lesson, and one of the options was this mind map slide. You could use that drawable mind map slide. And then what you do is you put it in and you take out Pear Deck stuff. Shh, don't tell Pear Deck we're sneaking this, because drawable slides are technically part of the paid version, but you could put them into the free version, take out Pear Deck stuff, and I could double click that mind map text and say complete my scribble. I can add a scribble and then it's ready to launch and I have this activity ready to go. And there's the first 5 or 10 minutes of my class, and my kids, I'm telling you, have a blast doing this. So I think I shared with you guys the link to this actual Google slide. So if people want to go in here and steal that, complete the scribble slide, or look at those screenshots to see what I did, that's there too.
Awesome. Thanks, Jake. Pear Deck, great tool, especially for virtual learning and remote learning. Great tool. Thanks for sharing. Like Jake said, his resources will be on our website, so feel free to grab those. But we want to thank Meredith and Jake. Great job. First segment. How do you feel? Pressure off now? You guys did amazing. Thank you for setting that bar super, super high. And I see Amy and Kyle in our green room. They're ready to.
They are backstage and ready to go for our next segment. So
do what you got, guys.
Yeah, Meredith and Jake, thank you guys again so much. Tell the audience once again how to follow you on Twitter, because I know that I know they want to, because you're always curating new stuff, both of you guys, all the time.
Well, you can follow me at Meredith Akers. It's right there on the screen. And my blog is meredithakers.com.
And you can follow me on all of the social medias, even TikTok. I've been trying TikTok, guys. I can't believe I did it. At Jake Miller Tech. Any Twitter, anywhere you go, I'm there at Jake Miller Tech. And my website is jakemiller.net. And I'd love to connect with any of you who are here today. We can reminisce over the day that I talked to Meredith Akers about flatulence.
We look forward to that day, let me tell you.
I'll never live it down.
All right, thank you guys. Y'all can continue to hang out with us, but we're going to go ahead and move on to our first commercial break.
First commercial break. Here we go.
Now it's time for our first Twitter commercial break.
All righty. We've got a Twitter challenge here. It's on the screen. We're going to take a 5-minute break, use the bathroom, grab some popcorn, refill that coffee, tell your friends, tweet out to join. We're just a third done. We've got 2 more segments after this. Get all your teacher friends and your family on the YouTube.
On the YouTube. And the challenge. Don't forget the challenge.
Yeah. Get this shirt. This exact shirt. I won't wash it. I'm going to mail it to you. We're going to pick one lucky winner. Well, multiple lucky winners. So tweet out, use our hashtag. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. Thanks. All righty, we're back. I took the opportunity to search our hashtag and lots of great tweets out there. Thanks for tweeting out. What did you do during the break, Elizabeth?
I did the same thing. And then I also checked to make sure I had the slides that I needed for this next segment up and ready to go because we've got some really good challenges with our next guest. And I have to say, this next segment, the challenges have been elevated.
No pressure.
Like scaffolding for like differentiation for different learning levels. This is like a different differentiation upwards. Okay. So you guys are going to be in for some real treats with the challenges, and the guests that we have on this segment are definitely up for it. And in case you've forgotten who we are, just to remind you, I'm Daryl Legaspi.
Hi, Daryl. You're so amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm glad to be working with you, Daryl. And I'm Elizabeth King, as you can tell. Look at my lovely headshot. I had a professional fainer blowing a fan at me just to get my hair like this.
That's right. It takes a professional to do such things for sure. Because I mean, I don't just sit all day long with fans in my face blowing my hair. I know it looks like I do, but I don't. Of course, we're kidding. I'm Elizabeth King, and of course,
it's a little late. Was that?
I know. That was a little terrible. Okay, yeah. All right. So thanks for staying with us. I hope you guys stayed with us, and if you're new, just joining us, you're in for a real treat. So we're going to move on to segment 2, and we've got 2 of our very special guests.
Let's have the EduTech guys announce some. You guys ready? Here we go.
In this corner from Conroe, Texas, we have CEO of Fried Technology and Google guru, Amy Mayer. And in the other corner, all the way from Hillsborough, New Jersey, creator of Classroom Q and UDL Ninja, it's Kyle Nemus. Are you ready to rumble?
All right, here they are.
The moment they've all been waiting for their whole entire lives.
It is so always great to see you both.
Yeah, hi. I love the UDL Ninja. Thank you for that. That was nice.
Show us some of your ninja moves.
You're welcome.
I got to save those. I can't break them out just yet.
Oh, okay.
ImprovEDcon 2. So thank you, Kyle and Amy, for joining us today. Why don't you go ahead and start off by telling our viewers who you are and what you do?
Go ahead, Amy. It's all you.
Oh, gosh, Kyle, I was really hoping you would go first. I'm Amy Mayer from Fried Technology, and I run Fried Technology and do a lot of PD all over the country, mostly with Google, but we're now a Microsoft partner too. So we're going to be just taking on the whole world of education and trying to make things better just one little day at a time.
Cool. My name's Kyle Nemus, and I am an EdTech coach from New Jersey, but also the CEO as well of Classroom Q, founder of that, and ultimately a middle school just fan of education and loving trying new things, and excited to be here on this improv day. So thanks for having us.
Show them some love.
The crowd goes crazy.
The sound effects are really everything.
They really
So
are.
impressed.
Let me just turn off my camera. Let me just do the sound effect. Turn off my audio.
You know, Ed Legaspi. Daryl's his other social media usernames are DJ Legaspi. So he's truly like a DJ today at ImprovEDcon, kind of running his little sound effects soundboard. We love it. It does add a lot because YouTube will flag us if we play music that we don't own. We have to say thank you to Amy because she actually shared with us a music clip, I think, that we've been using here and there. That's going to be like ingrained on your brains for the rest of your life.
Every day. The past week, it's just been running in my brain.
Exactly.
It's very, very catchy.
You know, improv right now, we can come up with lyrics to the song. You ready? No, that'd be horrible. I won't do it.
We can't start off like that.
It's a good hula hooping song, let me tell you.
It definitely is.
I love it. Okay. So also, I wanted to go back and just mention we have the Flip and Get Tech website, but all of our guests today have been guests on our podcast in the past, either in season 1 or season 2. So if you go to the Flipping Good Tech website, you'll be able to find their podcast episodes and learn even more from these awesome guests today. So without further ado, we probably should go ahead and just get right to it, right?
Let's get to it. It's
there's something.
Improv, man.
There it is.
It works when it wants to.
Only when it wants to. I had to push the button 3 times. Like, work.
Okay. We are really excited about this next challenge. And this is going to be Amy and Kyle going head to head in a little game we like to call emoji stories. Now, the audience isn't going to have to give us any topics for this. These are already ready to go. So just to kind of simplify it, these are the rules. But to summarize what they're going to do, Amy and Kyle are going to see like a sequence of emojis pop up on the screen. And these emojis are going to be related to a certain category. Then they're going to have to guess what that topic is or what the answer is, what story that emoji series is trying to tell. And the way that we're going to know who the winner is, because we're going to play winners, we're going to play favorites on this one, is we're going to have them buzz in by saying their name. So do you want to practice that really quick, Kyle and Amy, just kind of practicing the buzzing in?
Practice saying our own name?
Yeah, do you have to have a buzzer
I just
sound
want to
with
make
it?
sure you know your own name.
Yeah, like just like Kyle, or like you have to make a buzzer sound like Kyle.
Sound like a buzzer. Ow.
Terrible.
Hey.
In your best flatulence.
Here's a buzzer. Here's a buzzard.
Yeah.
Try to emulate that.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so you're going to buzz in saying your name, and then we've got 3 rounds for you. So in each round, there's going to be 2 stories with emojis. You'll have 20 seconds to guess on the clock. If you guys don't get it for whatever reason, we will have audiences. The audience can throw in stuff. We're asking the audience not to help you out, but if they do, Amy and Kyle, just don't look at the chat.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm asking them to help me out.
yeah, I was going to say the same thing. You're asking them not to help us. But
Hey,
we don't need
it's not a phone, friend. Well, it could be, I guess. Maybe you need a lifeline. All right. So round 1, 2 stories, 20 seconds each. Round 2, 2 stories, 25 seconds each. And round 3, 2 stories, 30 seconds each with different categories. All right. So we feel like we need to give you a little practice round with this. So this one, the audience could participate in if they wanted to. This one's super easy. I have to tell you, don't get excited because the rest of them won't be. All right. So the category is movie title. So when the emojis start popping up on the screen, you need to buzz in with your name and tell us what the movie title is. Everybody don't say it at one time.
Kyle,
Kyle, what is it?
I believe that is Eat, Pray, Love.
Oh,
Survey says.
you're right. How many points does Kyle get?
How many points? Hold on. We've got this.
He doesn't get any
Kyle.
points, Daryl. That's the practice round.
Oh, it's practice. Never mind. -7.
All right. Are you guys ready to get started with emoji stories, Kyle and Amy?
I don't know. Maybe. Possibly.
Okay.
I don't think I'll know until we try.
Let's just go for it. You know, we'll laugh at you if you mess up because that's what we do best. All right. So we're round 1. Your category is retro tech because you both you have an affinity for retro tech.
Ooh, I hope there's a typewriter.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click the timer up here for 20 seconds and then start pulling the emojis in. Here we go.
That's a tricky one.
Okay, Aaron, I have a guess. Is
Okay.
it something with Game Boy?
It is. Oh my
Is it?
God. It is Game Boy.
All righty. So Kyle, keep track. Like, whose line is it anyways? The points, do they matter? I don't know. But you have 7.3 points, okay?
7.3. All right, here goes the next one.
Make sure you know PEMDAS. All right.
All right, starting that timer.
Soundbox? Explosion?
Oh, Kyle was kind of close there with that
Box?
speaking out loud. That sound box was real close.
I can
Amy?
get some help from
Amy?
you.
There you go. That's what you got.
Go, Amy, go.
Jambox, maybe?
Close. Okay, did anybody in the audience want to guess it?
Boombox. Boombox. Is it boombox? Something
Oh,
boombox?
it is. Look at you.
Is it boom? But did he buzzer? shoot?
Yeah, I didn't buzz.
He doesn't get the points.
Does he
He's
have
at
a
negative 10
You know
points.
what? Since Kyle technically he answered while it was Amy's turn, I think we should
Oh,
give it.
I get the points now.
Yes.
Thanks,
So,
Kyle.
Amy, here are your points. Okay. Hold on to those.
Okay,
I like
wow,
how you guys
wow.
calculate the points. I think it makes a lot of sense.
We had the algorithm. It makes sense. Okay, just go.
This is an unbiased ImprovEDcon. Unbiased, okay, on all levels. All right, round 2. The category is movie or TV show title. Movie or TV show title. So pop culture will be really important for this one. All right, 25 seconds on the clock.
I love Kyle's facial reaction.
Yeah, I'm like Lion King, but no. The Wall.
Oh, I got it. Amy,
Go,
Okay.
Amy, go.
it's The Wizard of Oz.
Is she right? Oh,
All righty. Oh, congratulations.
Oh, like the Yellow Brick Road.
All righty.
it's harder than it looks, right?
I keep thinking it's gonna actually like spell out the words. I feel like it's gonna take me to the final round before I actually like figure out how this whole thing works. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Don't feel bad about your negative 50
Don't worry.
points.
Nice job, Amy.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, the next one is a TV show title.
All right, I get it now. I get it.
Okay, here goes the timer, and here are your clues.
Okay, all right, Kyle.
Okay,
The Office.
is Kyle back? Is he back in the black now, or the
Let's
the
see.
green?
We'll give him his points.
Yeah, do I get my
And then
7.3? There we go. Thank
There
you.
you go.
I hope you guys are
deserve
adding
that,
that up
Kyle.
yourselves.
Just raised it to the power of 7.3.
All right, well, here's the final round, guys. In this one, we're gonna give you an extra hint with it. It's from 6-word stories. These emoji stories were actually made from those 6-word stories that a lot of English teachers have their students write, right? Those real brief, concise 6-word stories. So you'll actually have a clue of a 6-word story in this round. And the category for the final round is movie title again. So if we're ready, we'll go ahead and get there. And we've got our timer going right now. Movie titles the category. And here are all of your emoji clues.
Okay. X. Scream. I can't be Scream, right?
There's your 6-word story hint.
Axe falling. The rooster crows. Wait. Thank you, Sherry. I agree. Okay, this is me giving my secret symbol to the audience. I could use some help.
Okay, the timer's down now. Does anybody know?
I can't wait to find out, but I have no
Can the audience
idea.
guess first before
Yeah,
we
let's have
Yeah, let the audience guess.
Let's have
Then I
the
won't
yes.
feel so bad.
When Daryl and I were running through these, Chicken Little is a nice guess. Did Chicken Little get axed in the movie? I don't remember.
Messed up kids movie.
But that's close because you've got the chicken part right.
Let's give a hint. We'll give you a hint, okay? And correct me if I'm wrong. Is this a claymation?
It is a claymation movie.
It's a
That's a good
claymation.
hint.
It's a claymation movie.
This one's tough. Sometimes it helps
It's
to like
tricky.
talk them out, talk out the emojis.
That's what I mean. It sounds like it's a death of a chicken, but it can't be a good claymation movie about the days.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? All right, are y'all ready just for the answer? Do y'all see anything in the audience? I don't see anything.
This makes me feel better. The audience has no idea. Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Oh, Chicken Run.
oh man, give Catherine Sims a prize.
We'll give Catherine Sins all the points.
She gets all.
You deserve them, Catherine Sims.
It's hard.
I've never even heard of that movie. I have no idea what any of you are even talking about. My children are grown. I guess it must be a kids movie. I don't know. I have nothing.
I have to say that I think there's a delay from StreamYard to YouTube, so our audience members may be getting these
Yes.
things a little later. So it looks like they're getting them late, but they might be getting them really fast and we just don't know it.
There's a reason why this was the final question.
It's not the final one.
Oh, it's not.
No, she's going to do this to us again, Daryl.
Just kidding. Here we go.
It's not over yet.
The ultimate winner. This is the last one. The ultimate winner. Movie title. Are you ready? Here we go.
All right, I'm ready for this one. Okay. Runaway Bride? No, someone not getting married.
Did you? I don't. I'm not hearing people buzz in. I think that's my.
I'm more talking out loud because I feel like no one wants to actually just watch my face, just like think like this. Maybe it's a little bit more talking.
Your time's up.
Kyle, Runaway Bride.
Oh, that's too.
Look how she helped him out. She totally helped him out.
Look at that.
You didn't answer in the form of a question, so actually, I guess you know.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Thanks, Amy, for bringing in for me.
You're welcome.
Oh man, I love.
You
Y'all
deserve
did a
little
good
help,
job.
Kyle.
I needed some help.
You did a good job, guys, and the audience. Think of ways that you could use emojis with your students because I'm sure there are more content-related ways this could be incorporated into the classroom. Amy, Kyle, what did y'all think about that activity as far as just anything?
I thought that with more pop culture knowledge, I would have done better.
Yeah, no, I could see it being super fun. Kind of like even like Jake's drawing thing. Like, forget the content. I think it could be fun, even if kids were like in groups, like talking. I feel like the conversation would be the fun part as you're talking to people. So I think it could be really cool. But I'd probably have people like in groups so they can really have this kind of ridiculous chatter and make fun of each other for the weird thoughts they have.
Yeah, it's a good team building exercise or icebreaker. That's the word, icebreaker. Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. That's a really great idea. You guys had to put that together.
Awesome. Well, you know what time it is, right?
Do we know what time it is? It's time to party with.
And now it's time for 5 Improv.
Yeah, we're going to be sharing your screen, Amy. So if you have that ready to go, we'll pop it up there.
I'm ready. So
Awesome.
I will do share screen. And let me put this in a different window for you really quickly so I won't be sharing you.
I have to say, you guys are in for a real treat with this 5 Improv. I get the opportunity to work with Amy on a very regular basis. And she always has really awesome things to share. And I learn something from her every single day.
Oh, that's sweet of you to say, Elizabeth. I'm always afraid other people already know everything that I know. And so I think, oh my gosh, they're not going to learn anything new. So I tried to put in a lot of little hints and tips here. So, all right. Are we ready? Am I ready? Is there going to be a sound effect or something like that to tell me it's time to go?
Yes. Well, I'll give you a sound effect to tell you that you have 1 minute left. It's a doorbell. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. So when you're ready to go for it, Amy.
Okay, here we go. So I want to show you a few tips in slides today, mainly audio in slides and how to make some of your own audio to get in there. But I want to start by showing you how to reveal the gray space. That's what we call it. So when you go to File and Page Setup, you can make your slide square. I'm going to make mine 7.5 by 7.5. And you'll see that this reveals the gray space. What this lets us do is fun things like keep all of our teacher information, directions, and all that kind of stuff in the gray space over here so that you can concentrate on making the slide about what your students are going to do. And it kind of helps you as a teacher compartmentalize. This is the part I'm going to do as the teacher. This is the part my students are going to do as students because I want my students to be doing more work than I do. I also love the idea of putting audio into slides, and I like to make my own audio. I don't want to have to use other people's audio. So I'm going to make some audio with Screencastify. I have it installed already right up here. And I'm going to use a microphone that's not the one I'm talking into right now so that it will hopefully actually record audio. And it doesn't matter at all what my options are. It doesn't matter if I embed my webcam. None of that matters because I'm only going for the audio. So I'll still go ahead and share my same application window I'm in, even though, like I said, doesn't matter. And when I click share, it's going to give me a little 3, 2, 1 countdown, and then it's going to start recording. hi, this is Miss Mayer, and I want to give you your directions for your slides today. So then I would just talk and give my students all the directions that they need, maybe tell them good morning, hope they're having a great day, all that kind of stuff. And then I would use my favorite way to stop a Screencastify video recording by hitting the pause button before I hit the stop. I like to always do it that way because when I'm making a video, that is a nice clean way to end the video. So now I have stopped my video. It's opening in a new tab. And if I click this, I'll be able to hear that I am indeed talking in that video. So I know that when I go to download and export audio only, I'm going to get my audio file. So it's exporting right now. And I don't even have to hit download in Screencastify. I think this is so cool that when I go now to insert an audio, I'm going to have my audio file right there inside my Google Drive. And there it is. The audio file I just made, I can select it. It goes right into my slides. And when my students open this up to listen to it, they're going to be able to see that little icon over there and hit play. Little known fact, you can also change that icon if you want to. You don't have to keep the audio icon, so you could use a Bitmoji, of you talking like with a bullhorn or something like that. You could use all kinds of different things. And how much time do I have left, Daryl? Do I have time to do one more thing?
You've got 2 minutes. So I have
gosh, it's like forever. All right. One more idea that I really love is being able to read a book to your students. When I asked a group of teachers in Louisiana I was working with if they wanted to be able to read a book to their students again, they just nearly cried because they were so excited about the thought of once again being able to read a book to their students who were remote. So I have a book with me today, and I'm using my webcam. And when I go to record in Screencastify, I'm going to be able to, let me make a slight change here. I'm going to be able to use my webcam only option, and I can record myself reading the book. Now, I could use my audio only option, and I could do something maybe slightly illegal or questionable and actually put the pictures from the book into the page from my phone. I could do that, and I do feel pretty confident about doing that in these extraordinary times and only shared in my Google Classroom, not on YouTube. But if I don't want to do that, I want to stimulate just reading the book, then I can use webcam only. I can go to record, and I will be able to now just hold the book up in front of the screen. And I don't think you all can see what my Screencastify is seeing right now, but I'll show you in just a second, hopefully. And I can read the book to my kids. I can talk to them about it, ask them questions, pause, give them time to answer. And then I can pop this video right here, right into my slides so that my students can listen to the book. And then I could also have them do things with the book, answer questions about it, maybe add their own audio back in to give me answers into the slides. And I'm sure my time is up now. So there you go. That's my favorite. Wow. How many?
You have 15 seconds left.
Oh, gosh. Well, we just used them up. So there we go. I'm done. It's all good.
Well, awesome. That's app smashing like to the up there. And some people forget about Screencastify, the audio feature. Like audio is important. And Screencastify has that, just to be able to export the audio.
I love that it's so easy.
Yeah, that's good.
It's so easy.
And students, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and they'll have access to that resource that you just shared, Amy. You've got a little YouTube video, I think, that you made for the resource that kind of explains all those steps that you just described. Yes. And it's linked onto this slide of the presentation. So when you guys go back to the website, give us a minute. We'll publish it after this ImprovEDcon's over, but it'll be there. The presentation will be there for you guys to access all the resources today. So awesome job. Our friend Amy, give her some love in the chat.
Thank you, Sherry and Anna Maria. I appreciate that. Even though I can't do emoji improv, you guys made me feel better. Thank you.
But you got way more points than Kyle, so I think you did pretty good.
So many more than Kyle, but I didn't want to rub it in.
All righty. Are we ready for our next game? Here we go.
It's flipping improv, man.
Okay, our second improv of the day. We're going to include the audience for this one. Just like the first segment, we want to ask you to set the tone, set the scene for us. So I'm going to have another. Here it is.
It's time to poll the
It's time to poll the audience. We're using a tool called Slido. with our Google slide presentation, so you can vote on a specific scenario from the presentation. So you'll need to go to slido.com and then type in the hashtag ImprovEDcon. And when Elizabeth goes to the next slide, when she presents it, oh, I'm not presenting. Whoops. There you go. You need to give it to Elizabeth. Whoops.
I think we're playing.
I'm like, why is it going? Because I'm sharing my screen. Whoops.
This is what happens when we have two people in the control room.
You do it. I do it. All right. Choose a scenario for our next improv game. It's loading. Slido's doing its thing. It's doing its magic. If you have your phone, scan that QR code and vote. 2 scenarios to choose from. Okay, for this next improv game. Parent night. A main water line has broken 15 minutes before start time. I'm sure you've all experienced this before. In this big picture, hypothetical and miraculous world, it happens. The principal has to make. Oops, I read the other one. Back to the parent night. The principal has to come up with a plan for that broken water line. Then the second scenario, state testing. The principal has promised to shave his head if the campus has a 100% pass rate. In this fictitious, hypothetical, and miraculous world, it happens. So we expect, if we choose this one, we expect whoever the principal is to shave their head on this live feed. And the principal has to make good on the promise. So, and lucky for me, I'm not a part of this one. I'm just providing the rules. But so let's see. Wow, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I think we might be coming up with results faster than the election.
I like this Slido. This is really neat.
We were thinking about this might be a good option for election results.
Yeah,
in the future.
2024. Vote. We'll take care of it.
You guys can't mail in your votes on this, y'all. Sorry.
We keep that's all. All right. So we're gonna go with parent night. Well, lucky for you all, no one has to shave their head today. So parent night, a main water line has broken 15 minutes before start time, and the principal has to come up with a plan. Let me go ahead and explain the rules to you all in the audience. This game is called Story ABCs. Story ABCs. Hopefully you all know your alphabet. Okay. Elizabeth, Amy, and Kyle. You'll be participating in this game. They will take turns crafting a story in Google Docs using the voice typing feature located under tools in the menu bar. Like I said, every game that we play, we want to introduce some EdTech tool so you can use this in your classroom. The context for the story was determined by you all. I believe it's parent night, right? Water main break. That's the problem. Okay. An educator role in charge of the event. The goal is to tell the story seamlessly. So all 3 of you will be working together to tell a story. The person in charge of the event selected by the host will start the story. And I think Amy will be
Thank you.
in charge of the event. Okay. All right. The goal is to tell the story seamlessly. Amy, you are in charge of the event. So you will start the story. Each player has to start speaking their part of the story using the next letter of the alphabet after they are tagged by someone else. Okay, so how to win. It's a group game, so there isn't a winner, but you all have to make it from A to Z by the end of 3 minutes. Okay? Are there any questions?
This is a really hard game.
It is the hardest game on the list, but we gave it to Kyle and Amy because we know you could do it. Here we go.
All right, let me get our thing ready to go here because we're going to be using Google Docs.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing to note about the Google Docs here is that we are going to use a tool that some of you guys may know about already. And then Amy's very good at using. It's up in the toolbar under tools. It's called voice typing. So you go up to tools in the toolbar, then you go down and select voice typing, and a little microphone will pop up over on the side of your screen. And then when you click that microphone, whatever you say, whatever box you're in or wherever you are on that page, it's just going to start typing what you say.
Or it should at least.
It should start typing what you say. There you go. All right. It had to catch up with me. All right. So the thing that Amy and Kyle and I have to do is make sure that our mouse is in the correct box by the correct letter. And we have to start with, right, Daryl? We have to start with that letter of the alphabet, whatever we say.
Letter of the alphabet. And then you're going to tag the next person. So it helps that next person out. Okay. So it's like on the fly. We're making a story in about 3 minutes. Let's see if you all can make it to the letter Z. And again, the scenario, parent night, 50 minutes before parent night, water main break.
Do Kyle and Amy have access to this document?
Nope, not yet.
I'm in it. I'm ready to go.
Oh, I'm not. Oh man, I'm already losing.
No
How do I?
worries. No worries. No
Hey, we'll
worries.
put it in the chat for you, Kyle. It'll be super easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
All right,
welcome.
now.
Elizabeth,
Now you should
throw
have
it
it.
in there. And the power of Google Docs, right? 10 years ago, we couldn't do this.
No, we couldn't. The whole system would break down.
Right?
This whole ImprovEDcon could not happen.
Could not happen at all. Okay. Elizabeth, you want to make your screen bigger, a little bigger there so we can see a little bit better?
Is that helpful?
Yeah, I think so. All right. I think you guys are coming up with your story right now. This is all part of Kyle's strategy. Like, I'm going to not have the document up there so we can kind of process and think. And there's
That's right.
other, like, they're speaking through, I don't know, ESPN, right?
Yes.
All
ESPN.
right.
All right.
So, Amy, whenever you're ready to get it going, we're going to follow your lead.
All right. Thanks for giving me so much time to think about the letter A.
I'm going to put a timer here.
You're welcome.
Doorbell tells you have 1 minute left, okay?
Okay. Attention, everyone! Exclamation point. A water main has broken in the auditorium, as you can clearly see since you were in the auditorium right now. Period. Elizabeth.
But wait, there's more. What you may not know is that we have 500 parents lined up outside the front door waiting to get in. What are we going to do about this, Kyle? You are the assistant principal.
Can I tell you about a time when I actually used to be a firefighter, and it prepared me for this exact moment? I believe the thing that we need to do is Daryl.
Well, you're throwing me in for a loop. I'm not Elizabeth.
Oh, Daryl, you can't be in it?
It's okay. Yeah, I got lucky.
Come on.
I'm the sound guy.
Don't choose Daryl. Don't ever call on Daryl to ever fix a problem. He's just going to make it worse. All he's going to do is pull out his sound effects machine and start using all kinds of crazy props. That's not going to help us. Amy's our principal. She should be able to do this.
Everything is going to be okay, everyone. Period. Please exit the auditorium now and head to your student's classroom. Period.
An airplane.
Kyle.
Flee quickly, flee. Oh, hold on. Again, flee quickly, flee. It is not going to be okay. I'm sorry. We need to get out now. Have you seen the things that are coming through the windows?
Oh my God.
Amy.
1 minute.
Gosh, Kyle, I would have thought your previous training as a firefighter would keep you from upsetting everyone like this. Period. I guess maybe you need to go back to assistant principal school. Immediately. Period. Elizabeth.
Heck yes, Amy. That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Kyle has been here for 10 years. Kyle has been here for 10 years and still has not brought any value to this team.
Oh, cold.
Amy. Oh, sorry.
I think maybe we have been too hard on Kyle today, and he is correct. Let's all flee now, quickly.
Was that our
Too
time?
much fun. I'm gonna keep going. This is too much fun. I'm giving you another 30 seconds. I think Kyle has something to say.
Kyle.
Just when I thought we were finally making a connection and you valued my ability as a firefighter and as an assistant principal and as a human, I find this out. I am hurt. You all can fend for yourself.
Oh, okay. I think we should end there. That was great. Oh my goodness, man! Round of applause. 1 million points to Kyle there. You got your points back. 2 million points.
Thank you.
Got your hands out there. Holly loved your flea.
Flea.
Flea. I need a sticker that just says flea.
I'm glad it spelled it flea. It spelled it correctly. And it didn't spell it FLEA. That would have taken a whole new meaning.
Absolutely. Well, good job. That was great.
That was harder than I would have thought it was.
Yeah, I wasn't even playing, and that just sounded.
I tried to get you in, Daryl.
Thank you. I had something, but I forgot I didn't have the document up. So.
I sure appreciated you putting Daryl in there, Kyle, because that gave me yet another opportunity to heckle him, right?
Yeah. Well, I'll have an improv moment later on at the end of the day. I'm kind of nervous about that because I don't know what to expect at all. But. All right. Thanks that was great. Audience out there, show them some love.
Man, what a great job you guys did.
But we are now to our next segment, right?
No, we're to Kyle's Spot Improv. Yeah.
Yes.
We're running
improv.
So you really don't value me. I'm finding this is not just
That story is prophetic, Kyle. If we'd gotten to P, I could have used prophetic.
Okay. All righty. So I think for Kyle, you've got a little choicey choice out there, right?
I do have a choicey
little choicey choice out there. So we are going to
wait. Can I intro it first before we just get to a?
Let's do it. Let's.
Because they might not know.
They might not know.
Well, then let's go back.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on.
Let me follow the script.
When Daryl and Elizabeth asked me what I would want to do, I was super torn between going with like a tried and true, old faithful, like amazing tool I couldn't live without, which is Edpuzzle. But it's also pretty common. A lot of people might know about Edpuzzle. But if you don't, it's like, to me, a must use, and it was a lifesaver for me. Or if you showed up today and you are looking for something that is kind of new. So there's another tool called Bluekit. I just found out that's actually how it's said, which is kind of like the new game of the year, kind of like GimKitty, that is a better chance you don't know it. It's definitely not as like essential for learning, but it's also super fun and super cool for kind of switching it up and spicing it up a bit. So those are the two options. I want to old faithful or kind of new and exciting.
Ooh, that's tough. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for explaining those tools for our audience. So now we're going to poll the audience.
It's time to poll the audience.
All right, audience, you know the drill. Go to slido.com, put in that hashtag, or scan the QR code that's going to appear right now. Ooh, on cue like magic.
It's good timing.
QR code right there, or open up a new tab, slido.com, hashtag ImprovEDcon. Which ed tool would you like Kyle to present on? Bluekit. Did I say that right, Kyle? Bluekit?
I thought it was Bluekit, but actually I talked to the creator of it last week, and he's like, at the very end of our meeting, he's like, can you just make sure you call it Bluekit? I was like, Bluekit? Because I guess the little things he said, they're called blooks, like blocks. Which
I'm going to call blocks blooks now. Bluekit. Or Edpuzzle. All righty. Overwhelming majority have selected Bluekit.
That's what I was hoping for.
7% Edpuzzle. But the presentation that you're sharing is there?
I don't have a presentation.
Okay. We'll just put links to both of those tools in our website. But man, I'm in for a treat because this is new for me, Kyle. Is this new for you, Elizabeth?
But he's gonna show it though. He's gonna share his screen. He's just gonna show Bluekit on a tab or something. Is that right, Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, I'll talk about it, and I figure we can play a 1 minute game, because why not actually play and see if people like it?
Yeah.
Oh, and this is being recorded too, folks.
Yeah.
So we're good. All right, let's do it. I'm ready.
Let's do it. I'm going to turn off this music. Oops, wrong button. There you go. Okay, I'm going to give you a 5-minute timer, Kyle. 1 minute left. I'll give you this, okay?
Okay, is Meredith fleeing? Is she running away? She's upset. She really wanted Edpuzzle.
All righty, here you go. You're good to go.
Beautiful.
Get your
okay, so 5 minutes. So I'm going to talk about it, then I'll share my screen, I promise.
Okay.
But basically what Bluekit is like I said, it's kind of the new hot game of the year. So if you're looking to switch it up a bit, I'm such a GimKit fan. I love Josh and Jeff, the guys who made GimKit. But this is kind of like a little bit new, a little bit different, and the free version is really, really good. So let me share my screen.
Okay.
All right. Daryl, can you all see it okay?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So what makes this, I honestly kind of feel like it's, at first when I saw it, I kind of felt like they were ripping off all the best tools, but it's almost like they put all the best tools in one. So it's just kind of like every other review game where you make your multiple choice questions, and it's really easy to make questions, that whole thing. So I'm not even going to show you that piece. But after you make it, instead of just having like one game mode, you have this option of like 8 different game modes. So like this one that we're actually going to play is a lot like Quizlet Live. Well, this one is basically a complete clone of Kahoot. And this one over here is basically a clone of Gimkit. So what's really great about it is I feel like you can make one quiz, and depending on like your audience, or depending on like right now I have like 3 minutes. So I can do this one in 3 minutes, but I couldn't do this one in 3 minutes. So it's really, really a nice, easy way. And it's just super fun. I work with middle school kids, and it's easy enough that they figure out and can kind of like play and answer trivia questions, but also like there's like this gaming mentality. So we're going to play one real quick, and I'm going to ask you as the audience to jump on in, and you can see this is probably my favorite if you have like a 3 minute, 5 minute kind of thing at the end of class and you just want to play a quick game. So check it out. So I already kind of have it all set up. So here is the link to play it. Okay. And so you can go there and put in this code, and in like 20 seconds we'll get started. The game is all about logos, like random TV logos and stuff like that. So it's just kind of completely random stuff, but just enough to kind of expose you to it. So yeah, come on in. And I think the best way to learn it is just to kind of play it from a kid point of view.
I'm excited. This is all new to me. It's like a one-stop shop for those games, right?
It is. And I'm from East New Jersey, but I remember road tripping out west, and there was the Jack in the Box restaurant. I don't even know if that's still around. Do you guys have that by you, Daryl?
We do. The tacos there are great.
Isn't Jack in the Box like the every place fast food where it has like kind of a little bit of everything?
Yeah, it is.
This is like this is like the Jack in the Box of gaming, of ed tech games.
Yeah, everybody wants tacos from Jack in the Box, which is so odd to me.
I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, is that I've only been there once, and I remember being super surprised that they had a whole bunch of everything.
Super greasy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So just so you guys know, as people are joining in, a logo is going to pop up, and then like every 3 or so questions, it's a race. It's a complete race. But every 3 questions or so, what happens is you get this like power up where you can either move forward 2 spaces, or you can totally like attack someone else and send them back, or little things like that. That again, imagine a middle school, high school, any kid I guess would really, really enjoy. All right, Daryl, ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Good luck.
Excited. Oh, okay. I'm gonna win.
So on your screen, you should be hopefully playing in just a second.
Waiting to race. So this game is kind of like, is it kind of like Quizlet? Oh no, this one's kind of.
This is like Quizlet Live.
Quizlet Live.
Quizlet Live. Okay. I like that. I always tell Daryl it's not a race, but
oh my gosh,
it kind of is.
Oh, I got it wrong. I'm horrible. I don't know my football.
It's great because as soon as someone starts to win, everyone basically attacks them. So anyone can basically win, which is really nice.
Sorry, B. I sent you back to. Oh my gosh! I just clicked a random person. B. I apologize.
Oh, someone, this little penguin, K Sims, you are crushing it right now.
We'll power up.
So, just saying, maybe attack K Sims. Just saying. Someone took her down. Lofton is making a move for it.
So there's some strategy.
Oh, TAH in the lead.
Oh my god! Oh, what is that? Somebody used an item on me. Like they're blocking my screen. I feel like I'm playing Mario Kart. This is amazing.
Hey Kyle, is there a llama? I'm not playing this game because I'm just observing the chat and the screen. But is there a llama in there?
I don't know. This is his sheep, I guess.
I'm looking for a llama.
There's got to be a llama.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
A llama.
This might be one. I know Dominic is about to win. I think. Oh, someone sent Dominic back. Oh, but it was too late. Anyway. Oh, Dominic taking it down. Then Todd.
Dude, that was fun.
Longhorn.
That was fun.
Nicely done. I'm gonna stop sharing. Right? And that took what? I don't know how my timer is.
What did you get, Daryl? I need to know if I beat you.
Oh, yeah. I got. Here, I'll show you as evidence. I got 5th place there.
Ooh.
Oh man, no, you beat me.
I got
9th place. On me? And it's complimenting me on it. It's trying to make me feel better about it. See how it says not bad at all.
Well, top 10. We're top 10. There you go.
I love that.
Nice job, Dominic.
Good job, Dominic. What does he win?
7.3 points, probably.
7.4, just so you have that little edge over Kyle.
Okay.
7.4 points.
But I don't know. Everyone was probably so into the game, so you probably didn't notice. I know, Elizabeth, you were looking at like me, but like it's just so great because so many times in Kahoot and other games, like the same kids kind of always win. But this is so great because as soon as you start kind of winning, everyone brings you right back. So like it ends up being almost everyone a total equal playing field, unless you get all of them wrong, of course, then you got nothing. But I mean, it's a nice game you can play super fast at the end of class, and it was easy to set up. So, and there's other game modes. Factory, I thought it said, is the other one that is very, very well liked by kids because it feels a lot like GimKit. So if you want to start this, I would say start with racing and then start with Factory. And that is BlueKit in a nutshell. So you can hopefully take it.
It's free 90 free?
It is. Okay, so it's brand new. It came out this year. So it is like 98% free. Wow. The paid version just lets you access to like some of the modes a little earlier. But right now, it is almost all entirely free. Smacked me right now.
Talking smack. I love it. That was a great share, and that was a great mention of free, because all the tools that we've been talking about today are free. You know, all the Google tools and G Suite, they're free to use. And then these extra bonus tools that like Kyle just shared and Peer Deck have free versions as well. So awesome job, Kyle and Amy. Thank you so much. We've got Kyle's resources linked on this slide right here for BlueKit and EdPuzzle. So you'll be able to access those after today's ImprovEDcon's over. And thank you again. Why don't you guys tell the audience how they can follow you one more time?
You can follow me at Fried Tech Amy on Twitter.
And you can follow me at Kyle Nemus. I'm just going to throw this out there too for everyone here. I reached out to a bunch of ed tech companies over the last couple of weeks. And if you follow me on Twitter, I posted something last night that there's like a giveaway where like 6 different ed tech companies are willing to give away like 5 free accounts to people. It's like a ed tech giveaway, but it's pretty great. So like if you win, you get upgrades to all these ed tech companies for the rest of the year. So they were really awesome about that. So I'm just saying that that was a recent post that if you like ed tech and you're here, so you probably do, you might want in on that.
The crowd goes wild again for giveaways.
You get something.
We love all things free, and that's a great segue into our...
It's already time for yet another Twitter commercial break.
This voice is great.
Good.
I believe it's Dave.
That was Jeff, I think.
That's Jeff.
Right, yeah. So for your challenge for this Twitter commercial break is to go to Twitter, use the hashtag ImprovEDcon, tag us at Flipping Good Tech as well, and all of our friends that are here today if you want. You're going to use a minimum of 3 emojis to describe your favorite ed tech tool for your Twitter challenge this segment. And I think we're going to cut this commercial break a little bit. Should we cut a little? We're going to have to rush a little bit. We won't cut it short, but...
Yep. This is brunch time, so eat all your waffles, pancakes, eggs, and bacons in 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. All right. So we're going to be back here at about 10:50, I think is what time we said we'd be back.
Kyle and Amy, thanks again.
Thank you, guys. Kyle, nice to meet you.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
I will see you all in a few minutes. Oh, and we're back. Did y'all miss us? How was that brunch? Did you scarf down all the waffles and the bacon you can eat in 2.5 minutes? Hope you
I didn't even get a refill of my Coke Zero.
Coke Zero.
Yeah.
I haven't had Coke Zero in like ages. 0 calories, right?
So, yeah, but probably all kinds of other bad things in it. You know how that goes. So.
Okie dokie. So hey, we're at the end of almost at the end of our last segment today.
Yeah, we got to get moving with this one. We went over a little bit on segment 2, but we were having so much fun with the challenges in segment 2 with Amy and Kyle. And man, what a good job they did, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're all in for a treat for this segment. Let me situate my thing just disappeared. I'm sorry. So here we're gonna go straight to it. Here we go. It's flipping. Oh nope, wrong side. My bad.
You're there. You're good.
I'm there. Haha, we're back. We're back. Don't forget to continue tweeting using our hashtag ImprovEDcon. And yeah, we're going to have fun the last 30 minutes. So excited. Again, for those of you who've forgotten who we are, this time for segment 3, I am Daryl Legaspi. You can follow me at EdTech Legaspi. And my friend and co-host is...
that would be me, Elizabeth King. You can follow me at ElizabethKing88. Oh. And we're super excited you guys hang in there with us. Hung in there. I used to teach English. You can't tell. We're so glad you came back, and you're in for a real treat. We're gonna end ImprovEDcon on a really hyped up note with these two guests we've got coming in. Yeah, for sure.
They're professional improvisators. What's the word?
Improvisators.
Improvisators.
I need to ask them. Let me forget to ask them when they come on if I gave them edit rights to the first activity we're playing, because that could be a problem if I didn't.
Hey, no worries. Bound to have a few technical difficulties now and then.
Every once in a while.
Let the production here.
Yeah.
Okay. So should we have the EduTech guys announce our lovely guest for this segment?
We would be remiss if we did not have the EduTech guys announce our next guest.
All right. I hope you guys are ready. Show them some love. Come on, EduTech guys. Who do we have coming up next?
In this corner, from Edgerton, Wisconsin, we have coordinator of instructional technology, gamification, and board game mastermind, Jonathan Spike. And in the other corner, all the way from Chicago, Illinois, director of technology, CSAI teacher, and virtual reality wizard, it's Steve Dembo. Are you ready to rumble?
All right, let's bring him in. Let's bring him into the stream. Whoa, the crowd goes wild. Oh, man. Oh, man.
These guys came ready to play, man. Up in the background.
Yeah, look at that. Steve, you're
I like the fact that I'm lurking over John already. I kind of got my eyes right on him.
I love it.
I don't know which shoulder to look over. I'm actually not sure where you're orientated.
You know what? Look over both shoulders. You'll find me.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
Awesome. So tell the audience a little bit more about who you guys are and what you love to do, what you do for a living.
Okay, underdogs first.
Well, yeah, take it away, Steve. Dun, dun, dun.
So I used to teach early childhood, and then I worked at Discovery Education for a long time, and now I'm back in the classroom after about a 15-year hiatus, teaching computer science and artificial intelligence at a brilliant school in the Chicago suburbs called Quest Academy. And also just recently added on to the hats, if you will, taking over as director of technology as well, but not giving up the teaching position because I am having way too much fun with that lately.
Nice. That's great because I am artificially intelligent. So that's exciting. It's exciting that you're an expert in that field, Steve. Yeah, my name is John Spike. I'm coordinator of instructional technology and integration services at the University of Wisconsin Whitewater, or UW, if you will. And I was a technology integrator in K-12 before that, and a English teacher. And it's pretty cool. In my current job, I get to help future teachers with technology integration, getting them ready for that. And I get to teach my dream course, video games and learning and digital tools. And little shout out, Steve students and my students squared off in a little esports over the summer. That was pretty exciting.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, good time.
Esports, huh? What did they play?
They battled on the Rocket League arena. There was a rousing crowd.
Yeah.
I'm horrible at that game.
I have actually, since practicing with his squad, I've actually gotten worse.
The trash talk is strong with this one.
I got the chance to meet this esports champ. He was a Smash Brothers esports champ a couple years ago. I don't remember his name, and I follow him on Twitter. I feel bad now. So if I'm sure he's watching this.
Probably.
He has nothing else going on in his life. He's watching this right now. But really cool guy. Actually, I mean, I took a selfie with him, so there's proof. It's out there in Twitter land somewhere. But esports is a big deal. Big deal right now.
It is. It is.
It's like
Speaking
that
of
internet
esports,
thing.
we're going to play an improv game. Connection.
Perfect segue.
I love that segue. I was just
So smooth.
smooth like butter. Here we go.
It's flipping improv, man.
It's flipping improv, man. We got, I get these guys are improv experts here. We're in for a treat. But we're going to play our first improv game called, I'm clicking on the wrong screen, called Caption This, Me That. Is it Me That? Meme That.
Ask Steve what a meme is. He knows.
You're so hip.
We're wondering.
Yeah, just the memes are. It's funny because a lot of people just think of memes as, you know, throw a llama on with an obscure look and make people laugh on Facebook and go for those thumbs ups and stuff like that. But there are a lot of people taking it very, very seriously, and it is one of the primary ways that people are communicating and amplifying messaging right now on social media. So you better believe that everyone from the military to politicians to just anybody, even scientists, when they're trying to get information out, they're finding that memes are a more effective way to communicate than putting out just the traditional abstracts and reports. So it's silly business, but it's also serious business.
Silly, serious business. My favorite type of business.
Delirious. It's delirious.
It is delirious.
We're going to be delirious after this ImprovEDcon, let me tell you.
Hold on. It deserves one of these.
Ba-doom-pa. Thank you. Every once in a while, I'll get a joke in there that actually, like, it works.
That one landed.
Thank you.
Did I go over the rules for people?
I think you should.
All right. Caption This Meme That. This game is for John and Steve. Do you accept the challenge? Of course you do.
Sure.
John and Steve will have 3 minutes to caption or meme the images on the respective slides based on the educational topic chosen by the audience in the chat. So in the chat, let us know what the meme will be about. Educational topic.
Challenges for virtual learning, right?
Yeah, that's some suggestions right there. Educator challenge for virtual learning, because that's relevant right now. So in the chat, let us know, what would you like these guys to make memes about? They're going to get random pictures that they have not seen at all, and they're going to create a meme in 3 minutes.
Based on this slide, can I suggest maybe something like grammar check?
Oh,
hold on. Those are some fine words.
I feel like he may have watched our ABC Stories challenge in the last segment, and maybe he's throwing some
shade there.
Some shade. I don't know.
That's why I fully intend to bring Daryl in regardless of the game. I'm going to invite him.
Do it.
Do it. My mic isn't working. What's going on?
I hear you. You're just kind of quiet sometimes.
I thought it was just bleeping out your swear words, Daryl. I guess that's just what I assumed.
I need a mute button for Daryl.
You know, that's funny because I played with my little thing here and I just ruined everything. I panicked for a split second. I'm gone. You all can hear me, right? Okay. All righty. Do you all have the slideshow? Steve and John, are you ready? Or do they have?
The link was shared with you. It's in the chat. It's in the private chat of this stream.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
It's good that
I
you
was
haven't
wondering
seen
why the chat was so quiet. I forgot that I do not have access. But wait, you probably sent it to a different account, right? Hold on.
Dun, dun. Just want to play the background music.
Can you see the private chat, Steve, on the stream?
Yeah, I was looking at the private chat and wondering why like everything was so quiet. And now I get it.
Oh, I see.
I'm sort of new to this internet thing.
It's a passing fad, Steve. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll be gone in a couple years.
And I just got set up on Parlor too. All right.
Too soon, Steve. Too soon.
Oh, gosh.
We're like in the late night hour of our show. We're like 1 a.m. All right. Change that drink of yours. All right. So here is the slideshow. Do you all have access? Okay, I see your faces there. So you're going to have 3 minutes to go through and meme each of your pictures. And Elizabeth, do you want to give them a brief show of what those pictures are?
Yeah. Did we get an ed tech or a digital learning or virtual learning challenge for them to be their focus for the memes or the captions?
Let's pull up the comments and see.
Yeah, see what if anybody suggested anything, and if not, then they can pick one. I'll let
good. Okay. Okay. I love this. This is good. I think you'll appreciate this.
Okay, what you got?
Brett Madlock. Hall pass restroom during virtual learning.
Oh,
I like it.
You like
it? Is that for all of us or in every picture? Okay.
Yes. So based on the scene, because they're different scenes, you're going to create a meme on that topic. That's tricky. You got 3 minutes to come up with stuff, and as you make them talk through it, humor us. I want to put 3 minutes on the clock.
And Steve's the red slides, and John's the blue.
There you go. They're already thinking. When you have 1 minute left, I'll give you a doorbell. Okay. And here you go. I should play some music in the background.
Do it. Concentration music.
Alrighty.
I love seeing this kind of thing in action because, memes are not easy to make. They're easy to grab somewhere, but they're not necessarily easy to make.
Just like making a tweet isn't easy. I'm there for like 30 minutes trying to put my words together.
For you.
We promised that there'll be llamas, right, Elizabeth?
We sure did.
That's why we have. Man, they're going at it. You can look at their faces. They're concentrating.
My game face.
Deep in concentration. It really is a competition between the two. And I think the audience will get to vote on their favorite memes. Will they, Elizabeth?
I think they should vote on their favorite memes because all the voting counts.
Right. Points do matter.
The points
that we gave Kyle and Amy earlier will be converted into the next form of Bitcoin.
What?
I got Steve's attention.
I forgot my Bitcoin security password, so I'm now broke.
Yeah.
Yo, you joke about that, but I'm not. I think I might have a few thousand somewhere.
Oh no!
How much did that guy? It's like 70 million of Bitcoin just floating because he forgot his password. Is that what it was?
You should have been like me and buried my Bitcoin in the backyard.
This llama face cracks me up, man. I want to take this llama home with me. I want to adopt it. I want to bring it to my house. I want to make it best friends with my Maltipoo.
Oh my gosh. What do llamas eat? They're vegetarian, right? I mean,
if anybody in the audience knows what they eat, we'd like to know that too. So I'm looking at some of the comments people said. Virtual detention. I really like that. Send them to a breakout room.
What did they eat?
Oh, God. How much time do they have, Daryl?
We have a minute left.
Okay.
So there's the doorbell for a minute left. It's like writing a Hallmark card, Somebody's out there who creates all this greeting cards. It's what they're doing. It's what they do for a living.
I think we should publish them and actually sell them.
Yeah. Money will go to our Bitcoin fund.
Or our llama farm.
Herbivore. Jeff says llamas are herbivores. That's what I thought.
Okay, thank you, Jeff Madlock. That's one of our announcers.
Jeff Madlock.
Yay! Right. Y'all throw some love to Jeff. He's one of our announcers today from
That's right. I went through the name. I was like, wait, hold on a second. But the picture kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. He came to hear his voice.
He doesn't hear it enough.
Dang. I'm digging Steve's.
All right, you got 5 seconds, and then hands off the keyboard in 5, 43, 21, a 0. Bing, 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 bing. Okay.
Okay. What was, to refresh our memory, what was the challenge for virtual learning again, guys?
I believe it was
Bathroom hall pass.
Here we go.
It is.
John, you want to talk us through this one?
All right. So I'm going to go hypothetical. I'm going to go, me, I have to go to the bathroom. And teacher, go while the video buffers for that one. So there you go. That is my
video.
Virtual learning. And then this, you've got to imagine for this one, let me paint you a picture,
Please.
which is never what you want to hear when you're
Like
talking
your
about
background.
bathroom visits. So you got to picture, these are everybody in the video call. And so when you head to the bathroom during virtual learning, and you bring your laptop into the commode. So everybody's wide-eyed. All the llamas are watching you do Dookie. So that's kind of scenario number 2.
You know what's happened to you before.
Yeah. It's happened to Baker's dozen times, if I'm putting a number on it.
A baker's dozen.
Yeah.
You guys showed John some love in the chat.
Oh
if
my
you
gosh.
appreciated his memes done in 3 minutes, 2 memes in 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's what their faces would be like.
Pretty impressive, I have to say.
I'm going to say PG. I could say other things, but I'm going to say PG.
Awesome job, John. I don't think I could have done that.
My fingers are sore.
All right, Steve, explain, please.
Oh, I'm just looking at those two and realizing that for some reason or other. So you understand, we're still a hybrid school. So there tends to be a significantly longer line at one of the bathrooms than the other. And then, of course, all the students are trying to determine virtually whether they have to line up or not. Anyway, that's number 1. And by the way, just in general, I've always found that memes are funnier when you explain them.
Yeah.
And from my own personal experience, I have found that especially virtual learners, they only have to go to the bathroom 20 minutes into class when you are explaining the actual project they're going to be doing.
True story.
Yeah.
Some memes need to be explained to me. Like I don't get it, but now
I feel like without the explanation, I would have gotten it, but it was so much more like entertaining with the explanation.
Of course.
Oh my gosh, y'all nailed that one. Wow.
Or Jeff and Dave to read our memes for us.
We sure do.
Like a little. Yeah.
I'm sure they're probably like, if they ask us to do one more voiceover for them for free.
We gave them the whole entire book. It was like longer than.
I kind of want them to just narrate my day. You know?
Little did Steve know he was walking into a deadly game.
Oh my gosh.
I told you all, segment 3, these guys are hilarious.
Are you ready to floss?
Yeah, that would motivate me to floss.
Exactly.
Man, I love that activity so much.
And now it's time for 5 Minprov.
5 Minprov with Jonathan Spike.
Is that my cue? Do I screen share?
Yeah, well, you got it.
Do I just
think
go?
you should.
Do I just go limp?
It's your cue. We're going to give you 5 minutes to present on your 5.
Not 5 minutes to share your screen, just 5 minutes to present. Please
Where
share your screen.
do I find the button?
All right.
Okay.
We have 1 minute left, John. I'm going to do that. Okay, that doorbell means you have 1 minute left to showcase.
Okay. I have not timed this out.
He has 1 minute left now.
Yeah.
That was an example. Oh, yeah, you do. Come on, quickly.
If he didn't, he should.
No, so I'm going to start the timer in 5 minutes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live. Go for it, sir.
Bam. Okay. So I'm talking accessible VR options for your online and face-to-face classroom. So I have not timed this out. This could totally take 2 minutes, or this could take 10, and I'm going to give you 5 of it. So we'll see. Anyways, that's just our little mascot there at Whitewater strapping on some VR. So I thought that'd be a good opening little sequence there. So let's see if this thing's going to click. Oh, there we go. So just really quick, for VR, some quick terminology when you're thinking about using VR with the help of our GIF friends, depending on who you are asking. And so the VR terminology is 6 degrees of freedom versus 3 degrees of freedom. And are you guys still hearing me, or am I totally dead?
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, cool. So 6 degrees of freedom basically means you can move about the VR world and the world will kind of adjust to you. So imagine, kind of at the top, moving around, seeing these things change, get closer, further away. 3 degrees of freedom, kind of what you see in like a Google Tour Creator when you're in Google Street View. You're kind of locked into like a little spheroid, right? And you kind of click around to move. So 6 degrees of freedom is a little bit more immersive, a little bit more powerful VR. So getting that 6 degrees of freedom is nice because it does feel more high fidelity, if you will, to bring out some John Cusack terminology. And so I'm going to show you a couple of things that can do that 6 degrees of freedom very accessibly. So one that, scenario one here would be you want the ultimate flexibility. Like, dude, I've got Chromebooks. I need it to be asynchronous, synchronous, no logins, easy peasy. For that, I really like Frame VR. I've used this in my, online digital classroom, face-to-face classroom. It works on Chromebooks, Apple, iOS, Mac OS, Windows, all that good stuff. Headsets. You can make kind of VR scenes, join them very easily. I think just in the interest of like how much this is killing my MacBook, speaking of which, I won't actually play I think I had a little video there on Frame VR, but if you want to, maybe I'll just hit it and see if it explodes.
Good.
But
Yeah.
this is like a little screenshot of Frame VR in action. So my students just did like a little museum tour. We went into it synchronously and made it, and then they could come back asynchronously and kind of look at some of the things that each other shared. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's some just beautiful strings happening right now, string music that's really setting the scene nicely. So that's Frame VR that can be done synchronously or asynchronously. But let's say you want to do mainly synchronous and have a little more flair, a little bit more features. You've got maybe Chromebooks, other devices, all that fun stuff. You want to be all together. Headsets are welcome, and you want it to be easy as well. Then I really like Mozilla Hubs. Again, you can join in with avatars. You can be in a VR world. You can add 3D objects, 2D objects, all sorts of fun stuff. If you're wondering what that looks like, again, this is probably murdering my murdering my MacBook here. Let's see. Our slides changing. Is it happening?
Mozilla Hubs, but we can hear you.
Oh my gosh, it went super fast. Okay, there we go. So there is Mozilla Hubs. My MacBook is just slowly screaming into the void. There is Mozilla Hubs, like a little GIF to kind of show what it looks like. So people can be VR avatars, cruise around in a generated world. You can design the world. You can interact live with each other. And then let's say that's not fancy enough. You need to go fancier here. So scenario 3 is like, we're getting nerdier. So we want like some people video calling in. We want some people on like the higher end headsets or the mid-level headsets, right? We want our Google and our Microsoft integrations, and we still want it to be easy, right? And that's when I really like to use Spatial. And this too works on web-based programs like if you got Chromebook, if you got Mac, PC. But if you've got like a Quest or a Quest 2, you've got a Rift, you got a Vive, you're on iOS or Android now, they've got that integration. And what's cool about Spatial is it's a mixture, kind of a blending of the two. So you get kind of a realistic avatar if you're in VR, or if you're joining via video call, you can kind of see you're kind of on the wall, seeing the VR avatars, but still in the world. Google Drive works. Other, Microsoft integrations work. You can whiteboard. You can bring in 3D objects. Oh, 1 minute. Okay. I'm still on time. So Spatial VR is a great opportunity to kind of blend those worlds. So really it depends on where you're at. If you want just kind of a synchronous, asynchronous, I love Frame VR, free to use. I think you'd have up to like 15 people in your in a world at a time synchronously, or any number asynchronously. Again, Mozilla Hubs, if you want to get more people in synchronously, still on that Chromebook and above world. And then if you want to get super nerdy, bring in your Quest users, bring in your Vive, bring in your desktop, laptop folks. I definitely like Spatial for that. There's tons of other great platforms, but these are 3 of my favorite ones to use to kind of bring VR into the digital learning or the face-to-face learning. So how am I doing time? Did I get it?
You're good. You have 10 seconds left.
Okay, with my remaining 10 seconds, I just like to say I tip my cap to Steve Dembo, who is also a VR master, and I know he could probably blow the doors off with even more great VR goodness.
Isn't that sweet? They're so sweet.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. What a cute couple. They're so sweet.
Frame VR and Mozilla. What was that second one? Mozilla
Hubs and Spatial VR.
Spatial VR, and kids can create their own virtual reality experiences. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to see some Beat Saber.
That's the next ImprovEDcon.
There's a question, John, if you want to ask real quick, or even Steve. Lisa has asked in the chat, what about bandwidth?
Yeah, great question about bandwidth. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a step up for some of those devices. It's going to take a little bit more demand, but sometimes because you're using maybe avatars in a VR world, you'd be surprised. Sometimes it's actually less demand than a video call to do a VR space because those avatars actually are lower res than the video call itself. So you'd be actually shocked to learn like you can get people in and still keep the fidelity. So, if you have a lot of objects, let's say, that might demand a lot. If it has to keep generating these objects and react, people are moving around and the objects react. But just because, you typically are using those lower res, avatars in the VR space, that can actually help with bandwidth. I'm glad to see Steve nodding. If he was like vigorously shaking his head, no, like, this guy's making it up.
I think you're absolutely spot on, especially in this era where a lot of people are using Chromebooks. Things like Google Meet and Zoom are so bandwidth and processor intensive. This is actually a significant step down, and your Chromebooks can handle. I mean, Chromebooks can handle Minecraft pretty well right now. This is even lower intensity than that. And by the way, I will also just say, Frame VR wasn't even on my radar, and I'm very excited about that because this year I've been kind of veering away from VR because we're depending so much on just Chromebooks and some people at home, some people at school, and so on. And this seems like a fantastic option. So don't get me wrong, it's still stupid with respect to it being for the vote today, but tomorrow I'm pretty bullish on this.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
Always politicking over there, Steve. Always, it's always about the votes.
That was a good question about the bandwidth, Lisa. Thank you for mentioning that. Some of you guys might have noticed some delay too with what we're doing here with StreamYard today, with the delay of the slides showing up with YouTube and then delay between StreamYard and YouTube. But we're just running a lot of things. So it's going to happen. You just kind of have to keep your cool and go with the flow, I guess.
I think my favorite part so far of StreamYard is the way that if John got lagged, he kind of froze for a little bit, and then he tried to catch up the video. Your voice was steady the entire time, but the video was trying to catch up to your voice.
That's fantastic.
Oh, great.
I heard you the whole time.
I'm praying it does it for me too.
Gosh, built-in bloopers, and we didn't even have to go back and edit them out. They're just there. That's awesome. Okay, so once again, the presentation will be accessible on the website Flipping Good Tech at the end of ImprovEDcon, and all of them are linked on the guest speakers' individual slides.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Here we go. It's flipping improv, man.
I'm nervous about this one.
Our last challenge of the day is called But Wait, There's More. And finally, guys, the moment you've been waiting for, we are actually bringing Daryl into one of these improv challenges with our guest. And this is going to be a really great showdown. Lots of testosterone in this challenge, I can tell already. So I'm glad I'm not part of it. So, but wait, there's more. Let's go ahead and talk about the rules. Set this up for you guys. All right. So Daryl, John, Steve, make sure you guys are understanding the rules. Okay. You're going to try to one-up each other. Oh, golly. How perfect, right? One-up each other in pitching a product or tool. And we need the audience to pitch a product or tool that you've used in virtual learning that's been like your go-to tool. So throw out a tool. It could be something like Flipgrid or Pear Deck or Google Slides, whatever. Just throw out your favorite tool. We're going to choose one of those as a must-have for distance learning. Then Daryl's going to set up the scene. He's going to do some type of pitch, Daryl, like a commercial, like why this tool's so great and everybody needs to be using this tool for virtual learning, right? And then it's going to switch. The slides are going to switch, and then each of the players are going to have to say, but wait, there's more. And then all of a sudden, a really random picture super random picture is going to pop up. And these guys are going to have to work in this random picture as a new exciting feature of this must-have tool. Does everybody understand the rules?
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Daryl is supposed to sing all his pitches.
Please no.
They know, but they have to rhyme. They do have to rhyme.
May I please sing like it's a Broadway show?
You can sing, Daryl. You can
I'll
sing.
sing off pitch so we're not flagged.
Don't get us flagged.
Okay.
All right, I'm singing Gimkit. Oh, you were just going to go for it right there. Okay. All right. I see Gimkit, Pear Deck, Nearpod, and Screencastify, and I'll let you guys are in Google Slides. So one of y'all pick.
It to you, gentlemen. What would you like this to be about?
Oh, we get to decide?
Yeah,
Do it.
the list there.
Pear Deck, Screencastify, Nearpod, Google Slides.
Ooh, I'm game for whatever.
Oh goodness!
Just give us a random one.
Let's go Gimkit. Why not? That's a good
Gimkit.
wide open platform.
Right.
I love it. And we haven't even talked about Gimkit today. So if you guys are ready, we're going to have Daryl set up the
Dang, this is going to be
the Gimkit. Okay.
And then how long do I set? Okay, don't leave me out there hanging. Just go to the next slide as quickly as possible.
Just start. So I can
Okay, here we go. Hello. It's Billy Mays from the grave, and we got a product just for you. I believe it's pronounced Gimkit. No, it's Gimkit. I can't tell you more than enough. This is a great tool that was created by a high school student, John Feinsilber, I believe. Josh. I got his name wrong. I'm sorry, Josh. Please still like me. But Gimkit, great tool for your kids, for your family, for your friends.
But wait, there's more. Was that my cue?
That was it.
Yes. But wait, there's more. Gimkit now features the so popular ear cleaning mode, where if you score enough points in Gimkit, you will earn yourself the earwax remover. What are those things called? Holy cow, I forgot the name of that item. But if your team can procure the item.
But wait, there is more. So now Gimkit actually has invaded your home and is actually going to provide you even more of an incentive to win in these contests. They're going to lock you out of your house unless you finish in the top 3 of each game. It's a new mode designed to really engage your students.
But wait, there's more. I had no idea about that feature, but what do we have here? Oh, you know the pregnancy pillows? My wife has one. Well, Gimkit, if you pay for the subscription service, 3 easy payments of $79.99 per year, you'll get a pregnancy pillow thrown in with your subscription. Cuddle with it, pretend it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend.
But Daryl, wait, there's more.
Is there?
There is. Now, Gimkit, in addition to their ear cleaning feature, they now have the denture removal game, where you actually can't talk with your fellow teammates unless you remove your dentures by asking 5 questions or more in a row. Yes, this is the denture removal mode from Gimkit coming out this fall.
But wait, there's still more. And I bet you're wondering what it is. That's right. In Mustachio mode, Josh from Gimkit will actually come to your house and style your mustache while you host the game. It's kind of an obscure feature, and honestly, it might take a little while considering travel restrictions and social distancing and all that. But trust me, by the time it gets to your house, you will have grown that mustache, and it's going to look fabulous.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, I have to apologize to the audience that the slides were a little bit delayed, and even our participants, the ones who were playing the game. Oh, look at you curling your mustache there.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that, Steve.
A little while.
I was laughing so hard. You guys did great. I'm going to make sure I send that little clip alone to Josh from Gimkit, because he's been on our podcast before too. He'll appreciate that.
I got your last name, but I totally blanked on your first name.
Josh Feinsilber.
Josh Feinsilber.
Awesome. Okay.
Those are viable features, I feel like. The mustachio mode, I feel like That's money waiting to be made. I don't know.
We're kind of doing their R&D for them.
Josh listening right now. Oh, I should add that feature and that feature.
And now it's time for 5 Improv.
All right, 5 Improv. The last but not least, here we go. To end our show, we've got the one and only Steve Dembo. Take it away, sir. Again, I'll give you a doorbell if you have 1 minute remaining, okay?
Perfect.
All righty.
Great. So I want to talk about Make Code Arcade. If you're familiar with Make Code, it's a website by Microsoft. People a lot of times use it with Microbit, but they also have a Minecraft subsite and a Lego Mindstorm subsite. But the one that I want to focus on is the one that they added a couple years ago called Arcade. Now, a lot of people just think of this as a way to learn how to do coding. I want to encourage all teachers to look and get familiar with it. Even though it seems to be lacking right now for me, it was working just great. Well, how about we just bounce over to one of the windows I've already opened up. It's a platform for students to be able to create video games. They've got a ton of great tutorials in there, and whether you know how to code at all or not, don't stress about it. Your students can jump straight into a tutorial and start off making a simple game like this little Wonder Woman maze game where they have to try and avoid certain objects, or they get points for going over certain things and so on. Or this one, which is a chase the pizza game, and they just have to make their sprite chase it around. You have your students start off on those, and they can get the hang of these in about 45 minutes or less. And then let them start tweaking it. Let them start modifying it. They'll probably start off with just sprite substitution, having Harry Potter try and chase Voldemort or something along those lines. And so, but then they can start actually improving on the games and adding in more layers to it. It's very, very intuitive, and you don't need to stress. If you teach computer science, absolutely, you can teach them about loops and functions and variables and all these other things. But even without having any coding knowledge, your students can just jump in here and be successful very quickly. Now, the nice thing about this is I look at projects like this as a way for students to express their knowledge about the content area that you're teaching. So it should be, when done right, something akin to creative writing, or doing an essay, or doing a presentation, Google Slides. It's a way for them to express what they've learned about something. So we just did this with our 8th graders. One of them was demonstrating his knowledge of ciphers during World War II. So he created a maze game where you need to, as you go through the game, you actually need to learn about the different ciphers that they used in World War II, and they are real ciphers. And the different things that you pick up are encrypted using an Apbash cipher, a Caesar cipher, another substitution cipher, and so on. And so you need to apply what you, as a player, what you have just learned about ciphers while you go through and play this game. A great way for them to not just create something that's fun for people to play, but to also demonstrate what they've learned about a topic. This is a student who decided to share what she learned about in Spanish class. So she took the Spanish mascot and created this whole sort of graphic cartoon about the mascot in Spanish class, all in Spanish. And then you had to take the mascot through a variety of different adventures, all showing all the vocabulary that she was learning in Spanish at the time. This was a student who decided to base his project around geometry. So while going through this game, you encounter different geometric shapes like the triangle, pentagon, hexagon, and so on. And as you fight these different objects, they lose sides. So the pentagon then goes down to a square, which after you hit it again goes down to a triangle, and after you hit it again disappears. And not only did they code this, they also did all the wiring and used Raspberry Pi and real arcade buttons to create controllers to go along. So now you get the Steam thing in, integrating in the arts, full circle around there. Here's one more. This is a student who decided to do a game based on the periodic table. So you have to push these blocks to match them up with the elements. You have to match each element up with the number on the periodic table as you go along. Now, the one other thing is, if you just want to do a little taste of it, Hour of Code style, somebody came up with the idea of creating 5-second games, literally 5-second games. So there's just one little thing, just a little taste to try out. And unfortunately, this one doesn't seem to be loading up, but it's just a series of games where you have to try and complete your objective in 5 seconds or less. If this does come up, this is the one that I made as an example for the students, where all you have to do is light the Hanukkah candles in 5 seconds or less in order to win. But it's a great project that can be done in just a single period, whether you yourself have significant coding knowledge or not.
Awesome.
Boom.
Nice. Man, you had 5 seconds to spare. Boom.
And boom again.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, you mentioned different. It's not computational thinking goes across all subject levels. You mentioned geometry, history.
You know, I wouldn't normally. I mean, we had students who literally created video games based on standardized tests, like the map test, which I did not think was going to be a very good platform, and she just nailed it. Like, it had the whole registration screen and the loading screen and a variety of randomized questions, and your score went up or down just like it would on the map test based on your score. It was wild.
And again, this is also $3.93.
Wow. Yeah, totally free. You can't pay them if you tried.
Man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, follow Steve at Teach42. All the resources from this show will be on our website, and of course, the recording of this conference ImprovEDcon will also be there. But thank you, Steve. Thank you.
They're actually there now. So if you go to Flip and Get you're going to go to the ImprovEDcon page. And you will see the recording and the presentation. And we also included templates from all of our activities today for you guys to go and replicate them how you want for your classrooms.
Awesome. Yeah, cue the sound effects. And again, thank you, John and Steve. Tell the audience, how can we follow you? Where do we find you? How do we connect after this?
Take it away, Steve.
Yeah, so, I mean, you got the Twitter up there, teach42.com, or find me on every other site at teach42, Facebook, MySpace, Parler, wherever. And, yeah, and then just if you want to geek out over, coding, games and education, VR, whatever, just reach out. Love to just chat with you about it.
That's Twitter challenge number 3. Find Steve on Parler and MySpace.
Oh, everywhere except Pinterest. Throw my freaking name on there, and if I ever meet that, anyway, yeah.
Oh, they stole your identity.
Yeah.
Somebody got the Teach42 on Pinterest.
I know.
Oh, man.
Hey,
I've been squatting on it for 10 years. Sorry, Steve.
That's a picture I don't need, my friend.
Squatting on your Pinterest.
You squatting on my Pinterest.
No squatters allowed. Okay, no squatters allowed.
Yeah, Jonathan Spike on Twitter. Check me out there. I've also got a website called GameStormEDU.com where I share resources for educators and students to build their own board and card games. And then I also host the Laugh Ed podcast where I have educators on to tell funny stories from their teaching and student lives. So check out laughedpodcast.com or go to your favorite podcasting platform. I think that's it for me. Yeah, that's the life story.
You guys were great. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we are excited to see you guys again in the future for ImprovEDcon 2 and maybe back on our podcast at some point as well. So thanks, guys. You're awesome.
Who won?
Okay, audience, come on.
I was told there would be winners.
It was fun to fun, Steve. Time.
Time to poll the audience.
The audience.
Do you remember the llama picture where the 2 llamas were going head to head, right?
Oh, the gender neutral llama meme?
Gender neutral llama meme.
That was the meme that won it all.
That's the meme that won it all right there.
Llama stay.
You guys did awesome.
She had all the points, so we're gonna go back to the mayor. She won. All right.
You know what we want? What we really, really want? We want your feedback.
All right. It's the end of our show, and we would love to hear your feedback. You stayed with us for according to the clock here, 2 hours and 45 minutes. time flies when we're having fun, especially with our wonderful, wonderful guests. They made the whole experience enjoyable. Elizabeth, it's always a pleasure doing something like this.
Always a pressure doing these
Always
things.
a pressure. Yeah, that's what pressure, pleasure. I don't know if your mic had an issue.
Pleasure.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought I heard. So yes, also you do get a certificate once you fill out the feedback form. Is that correct?
That's correct. And if your school districts, if you work in a school district and your school district professional development team will let you use this for professional development. I mean, we gave you a lot of cool tools to use in the classroom, I think, for hybrid, virtual, and face-to-face environments, blended learning environments. That would be cool. But also, if you participated in the Twitter challenges, we're going to be choosing some random winners of those Flipping Good Tech t-shirts, the one with the llama. And we need your t-shirt sizes. So the way we get your t-shirt sizes is through that feedback form. So those of you who stayed till the very, very end, kudos to you, because you're going to be the first ones to have that opportunity to win.
Absolutely. Yeah. And don't forget to listen. Like Elizabeth mentioned earlier, all the guests that we've had today, we've had an episode with them in our podcast. So if you want more of us after this show, go to our website, watch the videos, binge watch them all. You can listen to them all in one day. Netflix, Flipping Good Tech. It's up to you.
We have a YouTube channel, Flipping Good Tech, a website, Flipping Good Tech, and we are on all social media platforms. And that's it for us, right, Daryl?
Parlor. That is it for us. I'm going to play the music. Again, thank you all for spending time with us. You enjoy the rest of your 3-day weekend, I think, for most of us. Yes?
And make sure you go back to flippinggoodtech.com to get these resources on the ImprovEDcon page and fill out that feedback form.
All right. Again, Steve and John, thanks for being with us in our last segment. We appreciate you all. Signing off. We'll see you on the
Flipping Good Side of Tech.